Hello and welcome in everybody to the King's Pit Pass 150 at Bristol Motor Speedway. Got cars on track here today for 300 laps at Bristol Motor Speedway, the world's fastest half mile. Cars are on track right now currently for practice session. Ooh, little bit of a wreck right there. Jake Raven squeaks on by. Thing with Bristol, it's fast and it's mean. It can go pretty crazy pretty quickly, as we just saw right there. One car spins and everybody's on top of each other. And right now everybody in practice is pushing it to try to make it into the show. Again, for anybody that is tuning in, it is only the top 28 fastest drivers. Right there you got Jake and Timothy Presley getting together. Top 28 drivers, quickest drivers get in, minus, the top 15 in points as well, are already locked in. So the next 13 fastest will make up the field of 28. Right now, it looks like we have about 28 cars currently right now, 28 trucks. So it looks like everybody as of now is going to make it, but we still have about 7.5 minutes before practice is over. And as you see on the top right there, just popped up right there, you got Latham Joyner, the quickest, Peyton Howland second, Chris Pierce, Joshua King, Jeremy Gill, Kenny Kuko, Jake Raven, Nick Baum, Justin Waddell, and Michael Weissman, your top 10 so far fastest in practice. Randy Schuler getting a little loose right there, trying to push the truck for all it's worth. Nice save by him. Let's go ahead and take a look. And as you can see, Marty White right here, you can see his Halloween paint scheme. That is the theme for this race, as it is Halloween in a couple of days. So everybody was encouraged to have Halloween paint schemes, as multiple drivers had. Right now you got Joshua King right there with a Nightmare Before Christmas paint. And we'll be taking a closer look at all of these in the warm-up. In the warm-up, you're going to have it where it's going to be, and Josh gets a little roost right there, goes around. But in the warm-up, after the drivers' meeting, you're going to have everybody that has a paint scheme come out on track and show it off. And I will be looking at every single paint scheme there is to give everybody of our viewers a chance to see all the paint schemes for the Halloween. And we appreciate our drivers getting involved in the Discord. A lot of people were excited for it. A lot of people were posting their trucks, getting their paints ready to go, all set. So I'm actually really excited to see all these trucks close and personal on these few parade laps that they're going to have. I got JD Van Kirk and another Nightmare Before Christmas paint over here. Again, we're going to be going over all these, just showing some different drivers, as we got about 5.5 minutes left of practice to go here. Still the only 28. JD Van Kirk gets a little loose off of the corner and slides down to the bottom. Kelly Akron right there in his number 19. Nick Raffini goes around right there. Ooh, right in front of Kelly. Nice for him. Cars out there getting runs in. Jim Thorndike and his trademark. Apparently there's a commentator curse, because every time I switch to somebody, man, they switch and they start going around. So apparently there is a commentator curse right now. So hopefully that doesn't happen in the race, because we want to see some green flag runs here at Bristol, because Bristol is a very exciting track. There's a lot of side-by-side action, a lot of drivers, running around. So you got Michael Weissman and Drafty Beef right there in the number 2. 74 of Michael Weissman. There goes Drafty Beef again, spins a little bit. Let's go a little bit farther back. Town Drake turning some laps right around right here. You got Justin Waddell right there. Ooh, changed his paint scheme to the Bass Pro Shops from the Mountain Dew the previous weeks. Nice to see it. Me personally, I always like fresh paints, racing and stuff. And again, commentator curse right there, he goes around. But I like racing fresh paints. I like changing it up. I don't like kind of running the same one week after week. I like to change it up and have something fresh and different out there for the people to see. But yeah, so last night I did actually get the chance to race in a league race at Bristol, and It was a caution fest, I'll say that. It was very much a caution fest, and I'm very hoping that is not going to be the case with this. But the thing is, with the trucks, with the new updates and multiple trucks right there, one went around and bam, is that these trucks are extremely loose. Extremely loose. That means the back end just wants to come around on you. As you can see, multiple trucks already having that issue. It is very difficult to drive them. And it is something of a razor's edge with these trucks, is that you want to push it, you want to go fast, but you also want to keep that truck under you. And it is, people are right now finding that edge in practice, which is fine. Let them spin. Everybody do what they need to do in practice. But unfortunately, you know, hopefully that's not how it is in race. Everybody knows their limits, and I believe they will. You know, after the first couple races, a little rough, and the next two are actually very, very good races. And hopefully we will be able to bring you all of that racing action as multiple trucks again, and how quickly it goes. Man, Joshua King just got launched right there. Let's take a little peek back at that replay right there. Let's take a look, because he got launched. But that's how quickly it comes. You know, you got multiple trucks, boom, he gets hit, and look at that truck just rolling and tumbling down the banking. I mean, that's... Thankfully, this is all virtual. No harm, no foul, no paychecks or anything. But, man, is it a little bit of a... Still a little scary. Let's pull in Josh really quick. Hey, Joshua, this is George up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, I was just on you when you took that little tumble right there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because...
Better now than in the race.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was just saying, everybody. You know, it's a good thing it's in practice, not right now. But, yeah, we just saw you get launched. And what's it like in your view from the cockpit? You know, you could see it, but what's your thought process as you're just going around and around?
It was crazy. I'm glad I wasn't in VR, to be honest, because that would have been a wild ride. I probably would have been dizzy right now.
Yeah, that's very true, man. But yeah, hopefully this just stays in practice like that. But how's the truck feeling tonight? You're one of the quick ones right now.
Oh, it feels good. We got the Royalty Motorsports Chevy in top 5 sitting right now, so we need to have another good night. Obviously, long race, anything could happen, but had a good week last week. We've been gaining some momentum over the last couple weeks, and we're just sitting right outside the top 15, so we're gonna come out tonight, give it everything we got, and see what we can do. But yeah, a long 300 laps.
Yes, it is. And you raced last night at Bristol as well, isn't that correct?
Yeah, and that definitely helped. Had a good finish there. Coincidentally finished 4th, or no, 5th, whatever it was a good run. So yeah, it definitely helped to get out there, get 100 laps of practice. Unfortunately, it wasn't as much green flag racing as we were hoping, but any green flag laps and practice is better than none. So feeling pretty confident about tonight. We're going to see how it goes.
All righty, sir. Thank you for taking the time. Good luck. Qualifying's about ready to get going.
Appreciate it, man.
That was Joshua King right there. As practice is concluding, let's run down the top 10 for you. Got Latham Joyner, the quick time. Peyton Howland, 2nd. Chris Pearson, 3rd. Joshua King, who we just heard from, in 4th. Michael Weissman, 5th. Jeremy Gill, 6th. Kenny Kuko, 7th. Jake Raven, 8th. Nick Baum, in 9th. And Justin Waddell rounds out your top 10, as we have 31 trucks here today. So we are actually going to be sending some people home. This is going to be some intense qualifying right here. Let's see who gets going. Let's take a look. Nick Baum right there in his nice and Halloween themed orange vehicle. Let's take a little close look right there. Ooh. Looks like he's gonna restart his lap. So let's switch to somebody else. Got Marty White coming around, taking the green flag for his first of 2 laps here at Bristol to make it into the show. So you see how he's running the high line. That is going to be the preferred line. High middle line is going to be where the truck has the most grip for the race. You want to try running the bottom, but from what I experienced last night, as well as everybody else in the race, the bottom was just too loose and too hard to handle, and you're actually burning up your tires more than you were if you were running near the top or the bottom. Marty White, fourth quick on his first lap. Latham Joyner sets the quick time. And it looks like Marty will pull it off, and he will be done after the one lap. Jake Raven on the backstretch for his second of two. Running that low line, like I said. Maybe he found something and it works for him and gets a little loose off the floor. Finishes up his lap. He will slot in 14th place. Switch over to Joshua King right here. Entering 3 and 4 on his final lap. Coming to the start-finish line. Can he improve? He will not. He'll slot in 9th spot right now. Looks like he'll be guaranteed to lock himself in. Right now, we still have other drivers still fighting it out for the, to get in. Right now, we are still missing 3 cars, Talon Drake, Dan Ames, and Rob Higgs right now for the top finishing out, because 26 drivers have qualified right now. Rob Higgs looks like he's going to be pulling on track very shortly, as he will get going. As like I said, we still got 3 cars to go. Rob Higgs, Dan Ames, Talon Drake. Aaron Brown looks like he gets into the session really quickly. So it looks like right now we're going to have 2 trucks going home. Right now, technically, nobody is on the bubble. Rob Higgs has already locked himself into the race. He is one of the top 15, so no need to worry about him. As well as Talon Drake is locked in as well. Rob Higgs, 25th fastest. As Rob Higgs will shut it down right there. Talon Drake on track currently at number 18. Ooh, gets a little loose right there coming to the start-finish line to complete his second lap. As he is going to shut it, but he is locked into the top 15. But I believe you have to actually attempt a qualifying run. Let me double check and see. As I cannot find anything currently on right now if you actually need to make the laps or not. But right now, and Adrian Fernandez jumps in. So we have multiple trucks right now that are at the bottom. So right now, depending on if you need to do it or not, right now it would be Aaron Brown, Talon Drake, and Adrian Fernandez are all in the top 15. Brown, you see him as he just got done with the college series. So he finished up over there. Not exactly sure where he finished, but he's over here now at Bristol. We appreciate him coming over and running some laps here. Hence why his paint scheme is a little different than everybody else's. Has a brown, doesn't actually have the number on it, which is okay. Again, like I said, we appreciate him doing what he did, and he is going to be slotting up in 5th spot as the time has expired. So right now we are looking at, it would have been from what I can recall, it was Kelly Akron that was not going to be making the show. Dan Ames was not making the show. And again, it depends on if they have completed a lap or not, which we will get that information shortly. So right now we just have the cars, static view of Bristol Motor Speedway, the last great Coliseum as it is nicknamed. And that is very for sure. It's created some memorable races in NASCAR in real life with all the bump and runs, the fights, the thrown helmets at other drivers. So Bristol for me is one of my special places. I love Bristol. I love watching the races there. Hopefully one day actually get out there and watch a race. But it is definitely on my bucket list as one of the great races. And I believe that the drivers here today are going to be putting on a great show. Right now it is, it is the drivers meeting, and they will soon be heading out on track for anybody that has a Halloween paint scheme, and I will be able to showcase everybody's special Halloween paint schemes that they have done. This couple cars are sitting on the grid right now. And it looks like they are starting to roll. Everybody with a Halloween paint scheme is going to be coming out on track to roll some laps around here. We'll get some good looks at some of these cars. As here we will start off with Drafty Beef right here. In the number 2, Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Beef Street. That paint was done by JD Van Kirk. Very nicely done. Like the way that number 2 is dripping. It is a very nice paint scheme that was done. Next car on track, we're just going to go with everybody how it is. You got right there Gremlins, I believe it is, with Shane King in the number 60. That is done by Press Gas and Haul Ass. Drafty Beef, who was just right ahead, we just talked about. That is his truck that he has out there. You got Shane King. Got Andy Buster right now in, looks like a Voodoo type of truck. Not exactly sure, but it is still very nicely done. Love the way the colors look on it. Going to JD Van Kirk, Nightmare Before Christmas. Love that movie. Gotta say, it's amazing. Nice looking truck right there. Very well done, very talented. And I love the way the one side is Sally, the other side is Jack. So that is a very impressive looking truck. Go to Rob Higgs, which is a coven. He talked to me about it. He's you know, Halloween's always about witches and stuff. So it's a coven, more of a battle between, kind of looks like a light and dark side. I very much like the way this truck is. You got the pentacle on the back of the truck. Very nice touch. Definitely a symbol of witchcraft and Wicca. So that is a very nice touch on that truck for Rob Higgs. Go up to Timothy Presley right here. Got a nice, simple, elegant on the side right there. Looks very nice. I love the way it looks. You got it just a little bit right there for Halloween. I love it. Simplistic, but it's a very nice design. Go over to Jarrett Martin right here. A little bit of a spooky, nice, another simple design for him, but it looks really good, really well done, flows well. And the way the color layout is, it looks very nice. Go on to Marty White over here in the number 69. Nice, spooky. Love the orange, love the Spooksville. Beautiful Halloween. Happy Halloween. Very nicely done truck. Love the way that it looks. And then you got Kenny Kuka right here in the Michael Myers. You got the number 11. Very nicely done as well. Now you got other trucks just sitting right in the pits. And then Nick Baum right here with his white, black, and orange truck. I love the bats. I love the way it looks. A nice, simple, simplistic design, but it is very Halloween themed, very spooky in my mind when you think of Halloween with the bats everywhere. Very nicely done truck. So I can't wait to see these trucks actually out on track as warm-up has finished. So you know what that means, folks. It is time to go racing. Cars getting all gridded up, ready to go racing. Got the full field of trucks right there. As your pole sitter is Peyton Howe. On alongside him is Michael Weissman, Chris Pierce in third, Latham Joyner fourth. Aaron Brown, who just came into the session, lays down a lap for fifth. You got Kenny Kuko in sixth, Jeremy Gill in seventh, Nick Baum in eighth, Jarrett Martin in ninth, and Joshua King will round out your top 10. Moving down on the order, you got Timothy Presley in 11th, Zachary Thornton in 12th, Marty White in 13th, Jim Dorndike in 15th, JD Van Kirk in 16th, Dylan Canova in 17th, Justin Waddell in 18th, Rob Higgs 19th, Shane King 20th, Randy Shore 21st, Nick Raffini 22nd, Brady Floyd 23rd, Drafty B 24th, Jacob Wilson 25th, Talon Drake 26th, and Adrian Fernandez 27th. And the last car out there, it looks like it will be Andy Buescher. Looks like he is in the pits. Probably was on and then jumped back out. Unfortunately, he's going to have to start this race from the pits. So failing to qualify, Christian Proctor, Kelly Akron, and Dan Ames. Dan Ames, I don't believe, set a lap time. And that's unfortunate for Christian Proctor and Kelly Akron. Field coming around. Got the one to go as we are going to be heading green flag racing for 300 laps here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Peyton Howe, Michael Weissman leading them down. Starter has the green flag in hand. Pace car pulls off as they're coming to the Geico restart zone. And green flag is in the air. We are ready, racing to go here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Peyton Howe jumps out to the early lead. Michael Weissman on the high side. As we have one of 300 down. Peyton Howe leads. Michael Weissman, Andy Buescher coming off of pit road right there. Unfortunately, he had to start there. A little bit farther back, you got Nick Baum and Chris Pierce side by side for fifth position. As they're going to sort it out and stay single file. Oh, Nick Baum gets a little loose right there, and it's going to collect Chris Pierce. Joshua King, Jarrett Martin involved. You got about 5 trucks involved. Jake Raven gets involved. Nick Raffini gets involved. Multiple trucks involved right now. Big wreck. Big wreck. It just looked like he got loose right there, and around she went. As it looks like Nick Baum had to get it towed back to pit road right there. That is unfortunate. The first caution already out on the speedway. Saw it happen live right there. Multiple trucks involved. It's like Joshua King staying out. He's ducking down on a pit road. Probably to get some damage looked at and repaired. That's definitely not how his night wanted to start. As he heads on pit road, Nick Baum's already there. You got Jake Raven, who's caught up in it as well. Andy Buescher, who came back on. Unfortunately, he avoided it. Zachary Thornton's in pit road as well. Jarrett Martin in pit road. He's got some damage. Chris Pierce on pit road as well. Damage caused in that. Let's take a look back at what had happened. Let's rewind it just a little bit. Stop it right there. Go to the blue I like to see. And you just had Nick right there. Nick Baum just got a little loose entering the corner. Pierce had nowhere to go. Josh got tagged from behind. Jarrett Martin come in. And it happens quick, folks. It happens quick. It's one truck spins and everybody keeps going. You come up on these trucks very, very quickly, and unfortunately, you know, there's nowhere for you to go. Track gets blocked, and that is the end result. Chris Pierce back out on the racetrack. Still, we are pacing under this caution flag right here. First one out. Ooh, looks like some issues with Justin Waddell. I don't know exactly what happened right there. I just got a little notification. He's going very slowly. That's not normal. Yeah, not exactly sure what's going on right there. I don't know if he picked up some damage somehow or some way. I do not know exactly, but yeah, he's going very slow on the high side right there. Everybody's going to have to get around him. Let's head back live. And looks like he got going, so not exactly sure what happened right there. Let's go back up to the front. The green flag's back in the air. Payne Howell goes away. Latham Joyner and Michael Weissman side by side for second as they enter turn number 1 as we are 9 laps in of 300. Latham Joyner clears Michael Weissman. He'll move up into the second spot. Work their way off of 3 and 4 down back to the front stretch into 1 and 2. Mid-tier right there. You got the 60 and the 01 side by side for position. For the 9th spot, Shane King, Timothy Presley. Both in their Halloween paint schemes right there. Right behind him is Drafty Beef and Jim Thorndike. Beef gets a little bit loose off the corner. Thorndike right behind him as he got the battle going on still. And yellow is out. Let's see what the cause of it. Ooh, looks like it was Justin Waddell. Let's see what happens. Battling back here for split. Oh, we got tagged by the 60-35 truck, and around he went. Nick Baum goes around as well. And it's just unfortunate right there for Justin Waddell. Looked like he had issues earlier on, and now he has gone around. Just looks like he got loose and got tagged from back, and around she went. Let's see if we can talk to him. Hey, Justin, this is George up in the booth. You got a copy? Hey, Justin, this is George up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. What happened? It looks like you got tagged from the back.
Yeah, I kind of jumped to the high line, or tried to. I mean, I know it was pretty late, so...
So far, how's the truck? I mean, I saw you also slowing earlier, too, under the previous caution. What was that about?
Yeah, I got ran over on that first caution, and I ended up pinned a lap down, so...
I got you, sir. Well, hopefully your race turns around for you. It's still early, man. You got a fast repair, or you can use all these cautions right now to fix it up. But good luck the rest of the race, man.
Yeah, thanks.
That was Justin Waddell, driver of the number 33 machine. Unfortunately, that is definitely not the way he's wanted to start off. Let's highlight a driver over here, JD Van Kirk. Let's one, show off his paint scheme a little bit, but also he's the biggest mover, one of the biggest movers of the race. He's up 11 spots, up to 5th. Started 16th, up to 5th. Minding his business, picking drivers off. So, well, another driver that is doing that as well is Drafty Beef. He's up 15, started 26, up to 11th. So, good starts for both of them thus far. Have missed the chaos and have picked up some spots and are now running near the front. So I want to give a little shout out to both of them. Plus we can look at their Halloween paints a little bit longer. Back up to the front. Are we going to get the one to go? Yes, we are. We got one to go. As right now your top 5 are Peyton Howe, Latham Joyner, Michael Weissman, Kenny Kuko, and JD Van Kirk. And Howe has led all the laps thus far, as we are about 15 laps into this race. It's another thing that I'm going to have to kind of do. Michael Weissman's got a little bit of damage on the back, as you can see right there, but that's just from bumping and banging. You're going to have no issue with that, as they're going to be coming off of 3 and 4 to get to the Geico resource zone, and the green flag is back in the air. Peyton Howe with a great jump on everybody. That bottom line gets a little stacked up, but it looks like everybody will get going. Peyton Howe up in the front. Aaron Brown looking under Kenny Kuko for 4th position right there. He'll fall in line right behind Kenny. JD Van Kirk is going to say, all right, I'll try it on the high side. Let's see if I can get this 5th position back. And he thinks better of it. And he will just fall in line right there. Dylan Canova right there, the number 70. This is one on truck we didn't get a look at his paint for Halloween. Let's look a little look at it. You got the Hocus Pocus right there. Nicely done. Or that's Haunted Mansion. Excuse me. I'm sorry. That is a Haunted Mansion. That's a great Disney movie, one of the Disney classics right there. But he's running right now in the 6th position. It's a little bit farther back. Got Jim Thorndike, Shane King side by side for the 8th position. Thorndike will clear him. Timothy Presley looking to follow suit as well, as they are working their way around. We got 22 laps of 300 complete. That's the thing about it. If we go green, this race will go by quickly. Again, world's fastest half mile. A little bit farther back, Randy Schuler running a high side right up there. Got Talon Drake trying to come back up to the front with Chris Pierce. He gets under him, clears him. Got Adrian Fernandez sporting a new look this week. Instead of his trademark black, it looks like he is in a Coca-Cola paint scheme this week. Looks very nice. Got Town looking underneath Jacob Wilson for 12th position, as he is working his way back up to the front after the first incident of the race. Or no, excuse me, actually Talon, he started in the back and woo, got a little bit of contact back there. Randy Schuler, Drafty Beef get it together a little bit, but everybody seems like they have collected it back up and they keep on going. We stay green. Doesn't look like there's really any damage. Everybody just lost momentum and lost positions. Got Andy Bucher and Marty White battling for the 18th spot right there. Drafty going underneath Marty. We will take that 19th spot away. Drop Marty down to 20th. A little bit farther up the field we go. Looks like everybody has single filed out thus far. We've got Rob Higgs on the bottom right there. Looks like he has a little bit of damage. Yeah, he'll duck into pit road. Yeah, looks like he has a little bit of wheel damage, unfortunately. You can see the front caved in a little bit. Check back up on the leaders right now. It's you got Peyton Howe up front, Latham Joyner in second. Latham gets a little loose off the corner as they pass Justin Waddell, unfortunately putting him another lap down due to the damage he sustained earlier in the wreck. Hello to you too, Johnny. I'm missing you out here tonight, man. Hope all is well with whatever is going on with you, man. Hopefully everything is all good to go. And hope to see you back at the track next week as we head to the twists and turns of Sonoma. That's going to be an interesting one as you got a log jam of cars in front of the leader right now. Marty White, Drafty Beef right there. Joshua King. As now the leaders are starting to work their way through some lap traffic as they get around one. And right there's another one. You got Drafty Beef unfortunately going a lap down as well. You know, Marty White unfortunately goes a lap down. Joshua King looks like he's going to be the next victim. Right in front of them, you got Randy Schuler, Andrew Buser. Good to see him back out here on the track. You know, raced the one race, did pretty well. And now he's back out here with us, so good to see him out here. Battle going on for the... Actually, that is not a battle for position. Jared Martin is unfortunately laps down. The battle is between... Honestly, actually, nobody in this juncture, honestly, excuse me. Yeah, nobody is battling each other. Nick Baum is laps down as well as Jarrett Martin. Adrian Fernandez on the lead lap. You got Jake Raven coming back on track with Rob Higgs after they get some damage repaired. It looks like Latham Joyner has a little bit of an issue. He's dropped some spots. I wonder if he's just trying to get out of the mess that is in front of him, or he got a little loose. I do not know. Not exactly sure, but he has dropped to the 5th position with Dylan Canova, last week's winner, right on his back bumper from that crazy finish at Daytona. And as you got a truck, looks like they're starting to loop around. Nice save, Timothy Presley, as they were coming out of the corner. That was a nice save by him. Aaron Brown takes the 2nd spot. Kenny Kuko right there in 3rd with him as well. And looks like we got a hornet's nest of trucks right there. Shane King goes around. He gets tagged by the 8.
The yellow flag is out.
As you saw it right there, folks. Shane King unfortunately gets tagged. He's right in the high line. Jarrett Martin with fresher tires. And he just gets into him and takes him around. Martin goes spinning the inside. Looks like minimal damage for Shane King's truck. That is unfortunate for him and that Gremlins machine. Let's see if we can talk to Shane. Shane, this is George up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, man. What happened there?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just trying to survive this thing, and all of a sudden, the last few laps have been getting pretty physical, it seemed like, and right there, I think they got into me, but they got into me a little too far back, and it looped me around. I don't think we got much damage.
From the looks of it, just a little bit in the back where you got hit. I mean, is the wheel straight? Any wheel damage?
Now everything steering wise is good and it's driving fine, so I think I'll be all right. And it's Bristol. Aerodynamics don't make that much of a difference.
No, it does not. No. I mean, how was the race going prior to it getting physical? Was it nice settling in?
Yeah, that's all I've been trying to do is settle in. Ever since they did the update, the refresh to these trucks, I just really don't have a really good handle on them, and this used to be one of my best tracks, and right now I'm just trying to hang on to it and stay clean and, just capitalize on other people's mistakes. See if I can figure something out during this 300 laps.
Yeah, I feel you there, man. I raced last night, and it is definitely a handful. Bristol hasn't been one of my best tracks, but, man, last night in these things with the update, I understand where you're coming from, man. It is not... Honestly, it's kind of not fun to drive, but, I mean, hey, got to do what you got to do, you know?
Oh, for sure, for sure. And I think it just comes down to driving style because they refreshed the Xfinity cars, and I seem to take to them right away, but they just seem to have made these a little looser than the way I drive them handles. So I just got to be real careful and be mindful about where I'm getting in the throttle and getting out of the throttle, and I think we'll be all right.
All right, man. Well, good luck the rest of the way. Love your Gremlins paint scheme, and I'm sure the fans do as well.
All right, man. Good talking to you.
All right. That was Shane King, driver of the number 60. Unfortunately, was caught up in that last caution, as it looks like we're going to be getting the one to go here shortly. As we had a couple pit stops on that. Latham Joyner, Kenny Kuko, Michael Weissman, Jim Thorndike all came on. Drafty Beast got the lucky dog. Right now we got 15 trucks on the lead lap. Everybody is still running, unfortunately, besides Zachary Thornton. He is not. And JD Van Kirk is in the pits getting repairs done to his truck. But we have 26 trucks still on the track. And 15 of them are on the lead lap as we got the one to go. As you got your top 5, Payne Howe, Aaron Brown, Dylan Canova, Jeremy Gill, and Brady Floyd. Haven't talked about Brady much at all this race. He's been slowly working his way up from the back to the front. Didn't have a good qualifying session. Qualified all the way back in 23rd. But he is now up here in the top 5, steadily making his way up through the field. As they get the green flag is underway, and Payne Howe gets a good jump over Aaron Brown. As everybody will work their way into turn 1. Side by side they go for the 4th position. Talon Drake, Jeremy Gill. As Drake will clear him as he'll try to do a crossover, but he'll fall right back in line. Battle's a little bit farther back. Everybody's sorting out. Everybody trying to get going. You got Latham Joyner with that last pit stop, trying to pick off some trucks with those fresh set tires. Ooh, little wiggle right there from the number 11 of Kenny Kuko as he's working his way up through the field as well. After that, gets in the back of Jacob Wilson, taking it 3 wide. He thinks better of it, and will just fall in line behind the 2 of Adrian Fernandez and Jacob Wilson as they are battling for the 7th position. As actually Adrian Fernandez gets around Brady Floyd, his teammate at Adrian Esports, and there goes Latham Joyner cutting through both of them right there as he'll move him up into the 6th position if he can clear him. Adrian Fernandez in the wall just a little bit. Excuse me. But send Latham Joyner up into the 6th position. And just as saying, Brady Floyd was running as well. He was already starting to slip back a little bit. He's already down a nice spot. Jacob Wilson right behind him. Michael Weissman, who made the pit stop under last caution, he's moved his way up into the front, into the top 10. Or slow truck on the bottom. It looks like that's Marty White. Staying out of everybody's way. Unfortunately, probably got loose, but didn't bring out a caution. Everybody looks like they are single filed out as we are 55 laps in of 300 laps. Chris Pierce looking underneath Andy right now for position for that 12th spot. Andy having a good run. Ooh, he bounces off the wall a little bit right there. Weissman looking under Wilson for that number 10th position. Let's go up a little bit farther as we got trucks going at it for position. You got a log jam right there. Shane King, Dylan Canovo, Aaron Brown. And Shane King looks like he has some damage. Ooh, a little bit loose right there. Maybe there was a little bit more damage than what we thought than what Shane King thought, as he is losing spots and his time very, very quickly. Back up here, you got battle for 3rd between Aaron Brown, Dylan Canova, Kenny Kuko. Kuko on the outside of Brown. Canova clears him for 3rd position. Latham Joyner already up to 2nd spot. Kenny Kuko with the pass on Brown as well. Move him into the 4th spot. Take a look at our leader right now. Peyton Howe leading the way. Latham Joyner right there with his last pit stop already up to 2nd. Kenny Kuko up to 3rd. He got around Canova and Brown right there. Kenny not exactly having the season that he would have liked. He's running the top 10 and stuff, but we're used to seeing him up in the top 5. And there is caution on the track. Peyton Howe involved. Let us see what happened here. Ooh, looks like Presley gets into the 8 and Howe gets involved. And ooh, that is going to do some damage to Peyton Howe's truck. Let's rewind it a little bit. Okay, looks like Presley's on the bottom. Oh, he just came right in front of the 8 truck. Nowhere for Jarrett Martin to go. Joshua King involved as well. And Peyton Howe, as we see, unfortunately, nowhere for Jarrett Martin to go. Ooh, as he gets tagged by Wilson as well. That is definitely not going to make Peyton Howe happy right there. Let's go ahead and let's take a look. Jarrett, you got a, this is George up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah.
Hey, man, explain what happened right there, man. I'm curious to what happened from your point of view.
Man, I don't really know. I was just sitting there racing the 03, and then, I guess Tim lost it. My teammate there, lost it and came back up the track. I had nowhere to go but right into the back end of it.
Oh, so that was your, that is true. That is your teammate. I mean, what was he saying on the radio?
He said he lost steering. He was trying to warn us. I was trying to check up to keep from getting into him, but there was nothing else I could do. I was just along for the ride right there.
That's unfortunate, man. Did you already use your fast repair for this race?
Yeah, I didn't even try to use it, but the game made me use it earlier on that big one where I went up over somebody on, I think it was lap 1.
Yeah, I think it was like, well, yeah, I was right at the beginning of the race.
Yeah, so.
Man, how much time do you have for repairs?
I'm sitting right now getting towed to pit road because of I had no steering. He hit the wheel and it just would not steer back down the track. I'm gonna try to get back out here and run the race and try to get some points.
That's unfortunate, man. You were running pretty well too earlier on. You got a good qualifying, so unfortunate for it to happen to you, man. Well, hopefully you can get back out there and get some points.
Oh yeah, I want to try to get some points for JMR. Try to get us to doing better in the point standings, but just some misfortunates here at Bristol. I mean, it's short track racing; it happens.
Oh yeah, that is very true.
I got 8 minutes and 20 seconds of repairs, so I'm gonna just stay on pit road and get repaired and go out there and finish the race.
All right, man. That's all you can do. So hopefully. Yeah, sorry about that, man, but hopefully you get your truck back out there, get some points, and try to see what you can collect, man. Thanks for talking with us.
All right, thank you.
That was Jarrett Martin, the number 8.
Green flag, green flag.
The green flag is back in the air. Latham Joyner gets to jump on Kenny Kuko. Aaron Brown right there in second. Adrian Fernandez in third. Battle going on. Brown looking underneath Kuko for position as we got 68 laps of 300 complete. Adrian Fernandez on that high side. Kenny Kuko down up top, clears him. Brown on the bottom. Kenny jumps down to the bottom to take the air away from Aaron Brown. Michael Weissman looking underneath the 243. Yellow is out again. That is not the yellow flag. I'm not exactly sure what brought the caution out. Ah, there we go. There is the caution. Got Nick Baum spinning. as well as the 4 of mid-tier. Bring out the caution flag again. Caution out again on track. Latham Joyner leading, Kenny Kuko in second, Aaron Brown, Adrian Fernandez, Michael Weissman. Joshua King coming on a pit road. He's got some damage right there to the right front of his truck. Shane King on pit road as well as Nick Baum. Nick Baum just went around. Get some repairs done to his truck. Payne Howe back here. Looks like he did not use his fast repair. Looks like he just got some damage beaten out of his truck. So he's in the back right now, currently in 14th. Nick Raffini right in front of him in the 03. Doesn't show up as the 03, but I know it's his with his trademark FedEx truck. So right now we got 16 trucks on the lead lap. Jake Raven is the last truck on the lead lap currently. In that Doritos number 37. Everybody ready to go, already kind of starting to double file back up. And this is Bristol. It is short track racing at its finest. It's Bristol, baby. You know, it's just a lot of trucks, a lot of fast trucks, not a lot of room for them to run. And like Shane was saying in the earlier interview, these trucks are very loose now. And if you just push it just a little too much, and around she'll go. And when she goes around, it's right in front of everybody, unfortunately, and that's where accidents happen and the yellow comes out. Right now we are 1 to go. And this is kind of like how the race was last night that I ran in, as well as Joshua King. He was talking about it last night, is that this is unfortunately kind of how this last night's race went. And it's just, it's pace, and that pace car led the most laps last night. Hopefully we can sort it out and drives me in. It's green flag back in the air as you got Latham Joyner pulling away from Kenny Kuko. Kuko not a great start. Aaron Brown already looking on the inside of him for a second spot. Michael Weissman trying to follow suit underneath Adrian Fernandez. Adrian and Kenny both get the run down the straightaway. And they're 3 and 4 as they come off of 3 and 4 right now. You got Kuko with a good run as he will clear him as they enter 1 and 2. Fernandez looking to clear Weissman as he will do that. And he's looking on the outside, looking for more, trying to get past Aaron Brown for the 3rd position. Battle on for 3rd between Brown and Fernandez. Fernandez will clear him. Slide right in front of him. A little bit farther back, you got Peyton Howe working his way up through the field again. After his incident early on, getting collected up in other people's carnage. Looking underneath Andy Booster, trying to get around him right now. Dive it down underneath. You got Jim Thorndike, Jason Wilson right there in front of him. Both drivers having good runs tonight in the top 10. Definitely needed by both, as both won the playoffs last year. 2 playoff drivers as well. Peyton Howe cannot get the job done on Andy. And Brady Floyd's looking on the eyesight of him as here comes Peyton Howe looking again. Is he going to get the huge run on the back straightaway into 3 and 4? Will he clear Andy? No, he will not. Andy Buser fighting on the high side with Peyton Howe. Because you got Drafty Beef right there as well. He's working his way up to the front. He's having, ooh, a little bit of contact right there. Beef gets in the wall just a little bit right there. Loses all of his momentum, keeps it going straight. Doesn't look like there's too much damage to that truck, and he can continue to keep on trekking along right now, running in the 14th position. Back up there as you got, woo, Weissman.
Yellow.
Fernandez. Caution is out. Let's take a look and see what happened here. Actually, 3 and 4, Weissman gets a little loose and tries to correct it into Adrian Fernandez, into Aaron Brown, and tags Talon Drake as well. Just a little loose from Weissman, and around she went. Fernandez trying to get back up to the front. Let's go ahead and we'll talk to Michael Weissman right there. Michael Weissman, this is George up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey man, just get a little loose right there.
Just a little overshot it. Feel bad for Adrian. I tapped him earlier, didn't mean to. Then just doing that, I really feel like pain to him right now.
I mean, hey, it's racing. You know, you're gonna make a little contact, and things are gonna happen. It's not like you're not that type of racer. You're not the one that's gonna cause that issues, and I'm sure he understands it. But
I hope so. I'll reach out still probably, but that was not my intent at all. I just went in a little too hot.
yeah, and then I saw you overcorrect it and get into him. Yeah, I'm sure he knows it's not you, but it's gonna definitely be good to reach out to him and make sure. I'm sure he's gonna appreciate that. But yeah, it's unfortunate, man. You're having a great race thus far.
Oh yeah.
Is it gonna be fast repair worthy right now, or are you gonna just let it try to ride
I
out?
have to. It's
Oh.
fast repair worthy, sadly.
That's unfortunate early on in this race. Still less than 100 laps completed. So,
Oh yeah.
but how's the truck feeling other than that?
It was decent. I kind of screwed myself putting 2 tires on because I wanted to save a left side. It felt stable. That last heat cycle didn't help it at all. But it was decent. It felt like I'm not really used to running here. I'm more used to the smaller tracks than short tracks.
That's fair, sir. But hopefully the rest of the race goes better for you and you can stay out of trouble and work your way back up to the front. You're putting on a great show up to that point, man.
Appreciate it.
All right, good luck the rest of the way, man. Thank you for taking the time out.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
That was Michael Weissman, driver of the number 33 right there. Unfortunately, got a little loose and got tagged, but hey, that does happen. Right now, it looks like we have 26 trucks still on track. Zachary Thornton and Randy Shule both look like they are done for the evening as well. So 26 trucks as we got the one to go. Latham Joyner, Kenny Kuko, your front row right there. Talon Drake up to 4th. Pace car going to be pulling off right here. You're going to get to the Geico restart zone, and green flag back in the air. We're back away. Latham Joyner with a great jump as he'll lead them into turn 1 and 2. Brown on the inside of Kuko for 2nd position. Kuko does a crossover move on Brown, take back the inside line. Down the front straight they go. Brown with a run off the corner. Kuko in there. And the caution is out on the speedway again. And just as we talked to him, it was Michael Weissman. Let's see what happened here. Looks like it was Raffini possibly prior to that. Let's see. Let's rewind it right here. See what happens. As it's just multiple people. That actually looks like it is going to be Nick Baum with a little bit of a bump on Marty White right there, going to 3 and 4. And Baum just gets into the back of Marty White right there. And around he went, and it collected other people as well. Let's see. Yep. Got in the back of, and around he went. Nowhere for JD to go. Raffini. Timothy Presley, who just got out of the pits, is going to get some more damage, unfortunately. It's like Joshua King and Andy Buscher were able to get going, but unfortunately that is not exactly what you would want. Marty in pit road. Let's see if we can get Marty. Unfortunately, we can't get Marty. Marty is not in the Discord, so unfortunately I cannot talk to him. So Peyton Howell's on pit road getting some more repairs done on his vehicle. Nick Raffini on down pit road as well. He got involved in that as well. Back up to the front, you got Latham Joyner, Aaron Brown, Kenny Kuko again. Nothing really changing. Jim Thorndike, new player up into the top 5. He's made his way into the top 5. Nicely done. Brady Floyd. Jeremy got loose a little bit earlier. He's back up into the top 10. Jacob Wilson. Jake Raven, who got caught up in earlier stuff. He's made his way back up into the top 10. He's having a solid run tonight. Getting to the back up to the front. Adrian Fernandez with his bringing out the previous caution. He's back up in 11th spot. Drafty Beef. Got the lucky dog earlier. He's up to 12th. There's 15 cars on the lead lap. Michael Weissman, your first one lap down, as well as Joshua King, Shane King, Nick Raffini. Fortunately, all those trucks. Well, unfortunately, folks, it has been nothing but cautions. It's definitely not what we were wanting to bring to you today, but it is short track racing. It is to be expected. Pace car lights are out. We are 1 to go. Chat, if anybody wants to be focused on a specific driver, in a specific driver, let me know. I will do it as the green flag comes back into the air, as it is a great jump by Aaron Brown. He sticks with Latham Joyner, but Latham Joyner through 1 and 2 just gets the jump, and he will move on and will take the lead with Aaron Brown right there on his back bumper. You got Kenny Kuko getting looked at by Talon Drake for that 3rd position, as he'll go to the high side right there. Got Jacob Wilson, Jake Raven battling for the 9th spot. Adrian Fernandez right there, right behind them. Got Jeremy Gill looking under Chris Pierce. Chris Pierce has made a nice recovery from the earlier incident. I believe it was his lap 1 incident. It was one of the first ones. Jarrett Martin on the high side coming off pit road. Getting some damage done, repaired by him. Everybody's making their way by him. But yes, Chris Pierce nicely done as he's back up into the top 10, running in 7th after the early incident. Jim Thorndike in the wall a little bit. Pierce has to back off. Jeremy moves underneath him, looking in. The caution is out again. And it looks like it is Shane King from what I'm seeing. And Shane King just loops it around and gets a little of Raffino. Nick Raffini gets in a little bit of hit from Rob Higgs, as it is another caution out, and unfortunately just gets a little loose. Aaron Brown ducks down into the pit road right there, so he's going to come down and change some tires. He has not been on pit road thus far this race. Get some good, fresh Goodyear Eagles on that truck right there, as they have gone through numerous of heat cycles. And the thing is with the heat cycle and stuff, the wear, the tread, if you want to call it tread, is still good. It still has a lot of life, but the heat cycles damages the tires, which makes the grip level go down significantly. And with the amount of cautions, the start, the stop, the start, the stop, it just heat cycles the truck, and it heat cycles the tires, and it wears them out. So yeah, you may have a good amount of rubber still on it, but the grip level has significantly decreased, and it hurts the handling of the truck. And with all these cautions and everybody goes for a little bit, backs off, goes for a little bit, backs off, it just heat cycles those tires. So that is why even though they haven't really used them per se, and there's still a good significant percentage of rubber still on the tire, you still want to come in and change them every so often. And in this league, they have 5 sets, one you start with, and 4 that are over the wall. Obviously means you can change them and stuff like that. So, you know, with as much heat cycles as they're going through, you're going to probably want to change them every so often. Me personally, I probably do it with a race like this about I probably do it about a lap 100, about 175, and then probably about 250 is what I would do, and run them to the end. And that still gives me an extra set just in case if there's a really late caution, duck down on pit road, get some fresh tires. Let's say it's 15 to go, 10 to go. I would be having another set out there to get going. As it is 1 to go right now, as you got Latham Joyner, Talon Drake, Kenny Kuko, Brady Floyd, Jim Thorndike, your top 5, as Aaron Brown ducked down into the pit road to get a new fresh set of tires on him. But again, it's very hard to have pit strategy in these types of races because it's constant cautions. You know, you don't really get to run, you don't really get to race, and it's a little difficult for the pit strategy. Pace car ducks down as we're getting ready to go. Green flag's back in the air again. Latham Joyner with a great start with Kenny Kuko right behind him. He looks like he's going to clear Talon Drake as they get into turn 1. He will. Kenny Kuko up to second, clearing Talon Drake for the second position, as now Drake is under fire by Brady Floyd. Floyd just lets him go as they will single file out right there, as it is Joyner, Kuko, Drake, and Floyd, your top 5. Let's go a little bit farther back. You got Jeremy Gill a little loose off the corner. You got a battle on for 5th position between Chris Pierce and Jim Thorndike. Pierce looking to get back in the top 5. He'll clear Thorndike as they come around, completing a lap 107 of 300 laps. We are a little over a third of the way through, folks. Thorndike looking back on the outside, doesn't have enough. He will fall in line. Battle going on for the 10th position between Dylan Canova, who came down pit road, and Andy Buescher right there. Buescher on the high side, Canova on the low side. Ooh, what a boost right there. The caution is out. Nowhere for Andy to go. JD Van Kirk's involved. Chris Pierce is involved. That is unfortunate. Let's see what happened as we're going to go back and take a look. It looks like Pierce... Is there any contact? Just a little bit of a touch by Jim Thorndike, and around Chris Pierce goes. Andy Buescher, nowhere for him to go. JD Van Kirk, nowhere for him to go. And they both get caught up in it. That is unfortunate. Bad luck. Ooh, nice save by Joshua King right there to avoid that incident. But we are under caution once again, as Latham Joyner has ducked down on a pit road, as well as Kenny Kuko and Jim Thorndike are on pit road as well. That means Talon Drake has inherited the lead. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's talk to Jake Raven over here. Hey Jake, this is George up in the booth. You got a copy?
What's up?
Hey man, you had a rough start to the race. You're working your way back up. Obviously you're on pit road now to get some fresh set of tires, but how's your race going so far? What do you think?
It's been a roller coaster, man. I didn't think I was going to get back on the lead lap, but thankfully, I guess the cars have been loose enough to allow us to get back on, just from all the cautions we've had. Things have been going good. Otherwise, I've just been really trying to stay out of it, hug the bottom, trying to keep away from other people, give them a lot of room, and just stay on the lead lap now.
Yeah, I mean, it's working so far. You did get back on the lead lap, you know, from the earlier incident, and, you know, here you are, we're running up in the top 10. Obviously, you know, you just made your pit stop and stuff, but definitely I think that's the name of the game for this race right now, is staying out of trouble, because, man, it just looks like it is another one for the books.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, what's your strategy for the rest of the race? Do you think time's going to come into play at all?
Tires?
No, time.
No, I don't think time. I think we still have an hour and 40 minutes left. At least I hope we can make it. But I think we'll get finished. It's gonna just be staying out of trouble because fast repairs are dwindling and cars are gonna be running a lot slower with those damages.
That is very true. All right, man. Well, good luck the rest of the race. Hopefully stay out of trouble, and maybe we'll be talking to you again at the end of the race.
All right, sounds good. Appreciate it.
That was Jake Raven, folks, driver of the number 37. Again, like he said, he's had a roller coaster of a day. Back up to the front. It is 1 to go. Back to green. Get back under green flag conditions. It's a new looking top 5 right there. You got Talon Drake, Brady Floyd, Jeremy Gill, Adrian Fernandez, and Dylan Canova. You got 3 Adric Esports right there with Talon, Brady, and Adrian in first, second, and fourth as they are having good runs. Peyton Howe has moved his way back up into the top 10. The green flag is underway. Talon Drake with a great jump. Brady Floyd did not get off the line well at all. Backs up that high side as you got Jeremy Gill look underneath Brady Floyd for that second position. 3 wide right behind him, and Dylan Canova just goes around. That looks like a little bit of a net code right there. He was able to save it, but it looked like some net code right there. That was very odd to see that truck jump that sideways that quick. But glad he was able to recover, and he keeps on going in the right direction. Back up, Jeremy Gill looking underneath Talon Drake for the lead. Gets a little loose off of 1 and 2 as he's looking for the lead. Great run by Jeremy Gill. And that number 4 mid-tier machine is looking undertaken. Possibly try to take the lead a little bit away. Got Peyton Howe already up to 4. And the yellow is out as you had. He gets a little loose, no harm, no foul, but the yellow is out, and let's take a look here. It looks like it's going to be 3 cars, and not exactly sure what the yellow was brought out right there. A little bit of net code from the touch by Rob Higgs, and around Brady went in front of everybody, but yeah, it looks like a little bit of a net code right there. Let's take a look. Yeah, that looks like a little bit of a net code right there, folks. It just does not look like he actually touched, and it just got around on him. Thankfully, nobody else was involved, and everybody was able to miss that wreck. And back live, Talon Drake drops down into the pits. He's going to get some fresh tires and fuel. Jeremy Gill will inherit the lead as it's going to be Jeremy Gill, Adrian Fernandez, and who's in third? Peyton Howe. He's recovered nicely from the earlier incident. Jacob Wilson up to 4th and Aaron Brown in 5th. Jacob Wilson. And you got to give a shout out to Adrian Fernandez as well. He started in the back. He started, and he is up to 2nd position. So he has had a very good, clean race. Stayed out of, gotten a little bit of trouble, but he's back up here in 2nd. And then Jeremy Gill, it's great to see him running up front. I'm very, he's an original top tier driver from season 1, had a good season, made the playoffs, did well, and here he is leading this race here at Bristol. So that's definitely want to give him a nice shout out as he is doing well. I'll be honest, folks, I'm running out of people to interview right now. There's not a lot of people in the Discord, and trying to find some people to interview, but I've pretty much have ran through everybody. You know, as we're going to be coming around, I believe it's going to be 2 to go, so let's just, maybe we'll talk to some other people. Pull some people in, see what their thoughts are on the race thus far. With all these cautions right now, we are sitting with 16 trucks on the lead lap. It looks like we have only 2 retirements still. Randy Schuler and Zachary Thorpe, who unfortunately both have retired. Everybody else is out there running, trying to complete some laps and trying to get as much points as they can, because they know, one, obviously the playoffs, you know, try to get into the playoffs with the points. Top 12 go into the postseason.
Hang on, we're not going green.
And as well as we're going to have one more lap as race control extends this caution. That's one nice thing about this, is that race control is here, and we're able to delay that start for whatever reason. I'm not exactly sure the reason as to why we're extending it, but hey, we're extending it. Appreciate the support, Josh. Unfortunately, JD is not having the race that he wants to. He has been caught up in numerous incidents, unfortunately, in that nice looking Nightmare Roadboard Christmas scheme. He's just had a bad luck today, but I know next week, like you said, at Sonoma, he's very excited for that. He's very good on the road courses, did well at the Roval last year, almost picking up the win there. So yeah, definitely that is one thing to be excited about for him after the rough race he's had today, and a no fault of his own. He's just been caught up in other people's stuff. As the pace car is going to be pulling off here, we're going to get underway back to the green flag, and the green flag is underway. Jeremy Gill with a great jump. Peyton Howe already looking underneath. Adrian Fernandez still clearing by 1 and 2. He's already looking for the lead again. He's looking for the lead off of 1 and 2. Peyton Howe, what a great start for him, and the yellow is out once again. And the yellow is out again. And let's see, it looks like just a bottleneck up here on the start. And it looks like the 8 didn't go, the 60 got in the back of him, and around the 01 went. Hey Timothy, this is George up in the booth. You got a copy? Hey Timothy, this is George up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Alright, man. What happened on the start? Just looks like a little bit of a bottleneck. Somebody didn't get going.
I have no idea. I was just trying to get a good restart. Next thing I know, everybody checks up and I had nowhere to go. Then I'm looking at the ground.
Yeah, fortunately, man, it's been a little bit of a rough one for you here today. What happened earlier in the race? It looked like you were on the low side, and then you just kind of came back up on track in front of your teammate.
Yeah, so I was running good. I was trying to stay consistent, and I don't know what happened. Truck just snapped on me coming out of 4. Came up, hit the wall, and I just lost all of my steering.
That's unfortunate, man. Yeah, it's been a rough one, not just for you, but for a lot of people, man. And you were having a good run earlier, and you know, definitely like the truck too. Love the paint scheme on it, the nice Halloween theme that you have going on there.
Yeah, and I think the race is living up to the Halloween nightmare right now for everybody.
Yeah, that is a very good way to put it. It is kind of a little bit of a nightmare, unfortunately, but hopefully things will turn around, and hopefully you're out there completing some laps and maybe pick up some spots. But good luck the rest of the way, sir. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you plenty. I'll need the luck.
as Timothy Presley with JMR Racing. Unfortunately, like we said, he's having a little bit of a rough go of it. And actually, that is the perfect way to put it, honestly. It has been it's been kind of a nightmare of a race, honestly, you know, for these drivers. This is not the way they want to race. This is not how they want to go. And after having a, you know, clean week at Dover, and then obviously Daytona's Daytona, you know, this is not what they were expecting as we get the one to go. You know, it's kind of like the first 2 races of this season. And it's like you said, it's a little bit of a nightmare for these guys. This is not how you want to race. This is not how you want to go. And, you know, as racers, we all want to just race. We want to have the green flags, get into a nice rhythm, passing trucks. You know, not this start, stop type of stuff. It's very hard. It's very hard to stay motivated. It's very hard to want to keep doing it because you're just sitting here pacing majority of this race. It's definitely not something that is fun. As the pace car pulls off, we're about ready to get going. Green again.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. Jeremy Gill with a decent start. Howe hanging tough on that high side for him. Brown goes way up the middle, and you got Howe already clearing him as multiple trucks. Jeremy Gill gets a little loose on in 3 and 4 as you got Howe and Brown already around him. Latham Joyner looking for more. Jacob Wilson looking as well. Battle for the lead right now between Peyton Howe and Aaron Brown. Aaron Brown on the inside, Howe on the high side. Howe will clear him. Peyton Howe back up to the point where he had been previously for majority of this race until he got into an incident, and he will take the lead back and continue his domination of top tier. He's already picked up 3 wins on the season. Didn't pick it up last week. That was Dylan Canova, but he was back up to the point. We got a battle for second. Aaron Brown goes in the spot to Adrian Fernandez. Latham Joyner on the high side. He's coming back up around after his pit stop. Latham Joyner looking on the high side. He will clear Aaron Brown. Latham already looking to the high side of Adrian Fernandez with these fresh set of tires. He knows it's go time. You got to keep going. As he will clear him as it's been 134
yellow.
and the caution is back out on the speedway again. Looks like teammates got together. Nope. Let's see what happened here. We got Jim Thorndike. Let's see. Weissman got loose and Thorndike with nowhere to go. That's teammates right there. Michael Weissman and Jim Thorndike get into each other. That is unfortunate. Teammates getting together. That's definitely something that you do not want to see. See if we can pull in Jim. Hey Jim, this is George up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey man, it looks like Weissman got a little loose off the corner and nowhere for you to go. What did it look like from your angle?
That's exactly what it looked like. I was just trying to not kill myself, and I didn't have nowhere to go.
Did you have to take your fast repair right there as you're on pit road?
No, sir. I'm going to hold on to it. I do have 6 minutes of damage, but I'm going to try and stay on the lead lap, and as long as I don't overheat, I should be okay.
Well, that's good. It's kind of as a couple people have already said earlier, it's been kind of a little bit of a nightmarish of a race. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, it seems like you got to play more of a dodgeball game than anything, you know. Got to try and miss the wrecks and stay clean. There's a lot of people on different tire strategies, though, so we'll see how it plays out in the end.
Yeah, that's definitely for sure. You were having a good run earlier on in the race. You were up in the top 5, battling for position, so hopefully you can save your fast repair, stay out of trouble, get it going, and then you can see you back up there in the front soon enough.
Yes, sir. That's my plan.
All right, man. Good luck for the rest of the race.
Thank you.
It was Jim Thorndike, driver of the number 59 machine, in his signature American flag. Unfortunately for him, 6 minutes of repairs. Just try to stay on. Honestly, the way the race is going, hold on to it until he really needs it, and go from there. As you got Payne Howe back up to the point, Latham Joyner in second. Again, it's been all season, these two, 1-2, it seems like, battling for this lead. and hopefully they could put on a good show for everybody. We can get some green flag laps in, as it has been caution after caution, and it looks like we have another retirement. It looks like Jarrett Martin is done for the day as well. As well as Timothy Presley. Those JMR trucks unfortunately are caught up in a lot of incidents today. You know, just happens. It's one of those days, but it looks like both of them are done for the day. So that will leave us with 24 trucks running, with 16 trucks on the lead lap. Jeremy Gill made a pit stop as he moved to the back. As he goes to the back, gets some fresh set of tires, as we are going to be coming back to the green flag.
Green, green, green.
Green flag back in the air. We are racing once again here at Bristol. Payne Howe with a great jump. Nathan Joyner not so good, as he already got Aaron Brown and Adrian Fernandez looking underneath him. Payne Howe, does not get a good run off 3-4. Here comes Latham Joyner for the lead. Latham Joyner looking for the lead. Aaron Brown right there, right behind him. Latham Joyner looking to the inside, overdrives it. He's going to get loose. He's going to save it, though. What a save by Latham Joyner. What a nice job to keep that truck pointed in the right direction. Yes, he loses all that time, all those positions, but he does not pick up anybody else in that, and as he continues to get going, unfortunately, he's all the way back down to 15th spot, but no caution, nobody else got involved. There's a very nice save by him. Howe in the lead, Aaron Brown in second,
Yellow flag is out.
and the yellow flag is out once again. Looks like it possibly could have been Brady Floyd bringing it out, because I saw him free falling. And yes, let's see. Looks like it may be... Oh, the Canova got loose in front of him, and he got in the back of Josh, and round she went. So let's take a look at Canova, what happened to him. He's on the inside of Kenny Kuko, Talon Drake right behind him as he comes in the corner, gets a little loose, and gets tagged by Talon. And it just looks like a little bit minor damage, nothing too crazy there. Well, let's take a look. Let's talk to him. Hey, Dylan, this is George up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, what happened there?
Just racing hard. Just got in there, got on the brakes a little too hard, and got loose, and just kind of lost it. Didn't want to wreck Kenny there, so I was trying to do everything I could to not take anybody with me.
Yeah, and that looks like Talon got in the back of you, unfortunately, and weeped you around.
Yeah, it's just hard racing, short track coming up the end of the stage, so just trying to get those stage points, and just kind of got a little loose and drove the corner and just tried to minimize the damage.
Yeah, I feel you on that, man. I mean, how's the race, in your opinion, how's the race been so far?
Not too bad. A little caution heavy. I mean, Bristol can kind of get that way, just like any other short track. We had a good little green flag run there early. Just hope we can get back to that. It's a pretty technical track. Wasn't really looking forward to it ever since the reconfiguration. It hasn't been the best track for me.
Reconfiguration of the track or the truck?
The track. When they added the safer barriers, it kind of moved the groove up a little bit, and it's really hard to run the bottom and actually get around somebody. You have to really work on somebody to get by them.
Yeah, that is very true. Very true. Well, hopefully we can see you back up in the front, you know, and hopefully you can avoid the wrecks, get back up to the front, and good luck the rest of the way, sir. Appreciate you taking the time.
Yep, thank you. We'll see what we can do.
All right. As Dylan Canova right there, driver of the number 70 machine. Let's go back up to the front. Payne Howe a shout out to Joshua King right there, running in the number 7 spot in his Nightmare Before Christmas Jack Skellington number 17. He was caught up in some stuff earlier on. He's battled his way back up into the top 10, so he's having a great run. Same with Andy Buscher right there, another truck running well. Yes, it says Royalty Motorsports. Yes, he is with Royalty Motorsports, but in the league, teams had closed, and he is not a part of the team. He can't get points for the team in the team championship, but I'm sure Royalty guys appreciate him running the colors as well as our sponsors as well, the Majestic promotional brand and apparel right there, as you see on the back of his truck. It looks like we got green flag back in the air. Peyton Howe gets a jump over Aaron Brown. He will clear him by 1. Adrian Fernandez already looking for more. Kenny Kuko looking on the high side of Adrian as he's coming back up to the front from his pit stop, slowly and methodically working his way back up to the front. Ooh, Kenny gets in the wall just a little bit right there. Talon Drake guns underneath him. Got Drafty Beef in there as well. Drafty has made a great recovery as well, even at one point getting the lucky dog, so he's back up here into the top 10, looking for into the top 5 as he bounces it off the wall right there, just as I say. Got Aaron Brown, Adrian Fernandez battling for second spot. Kenny Kuko right there, right behind him. Talon Drake as well. Fernandez clears them both. Kenny will get around Aaron Brown. He's looking for more, trying to get around Adrian Fernandez as well. Peyton Howe still in the lead, pulling away a little bit as we are a little 2 laps past halfway here at Bristol Motor Speedway, the last great Coliseum. Latham Joyner coming back up through the field, trying to get under around Joshua King for number 8. For the 8th position, as he will clear him. Josh will slide 1 spot back, running, and the caution is out. It said that it was Aaron Brown. Let's take a look. Was it actually Aaron? Dips it. Yep, it was Aaron Brown. He dipped it on the inside, and around he went. That will bring out another caution flag right there. A little harm, no foul, just a little spin, no other trucks involved, so caution it back out onto the speedway. Alright, let's pull in one of the league owners. Let's go with Kenny Kuko right here. Let's see what he has to say. Hey Kenny, this is George up in the booth. You got a copy? Kenny, this is George up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, there you go. Alright, sir. Looks like you've had an up and down day. Right now you're on an up, running in the 3rd position. Tell us about your day.
It's going pretty good. Got a fast truck. Almost got put in the wall by this 243 here before that caution, but pitted a couple times for some tires and just making my way through the field.
Yeah, that you have. What's your thoughts on the race so far?
I didn't think we were going to have this many cautions. I mean, we're barely past halfway, and we've been going for an hour plus under, since the drop of the green. So a little disappointed with how everyone's kind of driving and not really being patient, and way too many wrecks.
Yeah, it's an hour and 12 minutes into the race already, and like you said, we're barely past halfway. Yeah, definitely not what any of us were really expecting. But I mean, obviously you guys will take a look at it, see what happens and stuff. But I gotta comment and say that your truck is definitely one of my favorites out there. I love the Michael Myers, and I love the Knives as a number 11. So, I mean, what inspiration did you pull for that, or was it just all the PGH coming up with it?
No, I gave, he did the whole design of the truck, but I just gave him the idea of Michael Myers. Pretty much everyone in my family loves Michael Myers, so I figured that'd be fitting to do with it. And Drafty came up with the knives for the number 11, which was really cool.
Okay, yeah, I was curious on who came up with the idea. I didn't know if it was him or yourself, but it's definitely well done, and it's definitely one of my favorites out there.
Yeah, he did a great job. I just told him do Michael Myers, and I told him to be creative, and he came out with a pretty sick truck.
Yes, yes, he did. Well, hopefully we can get some green flag runs. Good luck the rest of the way, and thank you for taking your time.
Yep, thanks, man.
That is Kenny Kuko right there, driver the number 11. Working another caution as we have about 1 to go. This car going to be pulling off right here. He's going to get back under the green flag. Green flag is back out in the air. Payne Howe with a great jump. Inside line didn't get as good jump. Adrian Fernandez. Kenny Kuko looking underneath Adrian Fernandez for that next spot. Let's go a little far back. Battle for the 4th position between Drafty Beef and Andy Buscher right there. Latham Joyner right behind him as he's made up some spots from his earlier little incident right there. Let's go back up to the front. You got Adrian Fernandez looking for the lead. Kenny Kuko right on the high side of him. 1, 2, 3 right there as they go. Kenny Kuko will clear the 243 of Adrian Fernandez. He's looking for the lead from Peyton Howe. Down the back straightaway they go. Looks like Drafty Beef got clear of Andy Buscher. And you got Latham Joyner right behind him. Beef right there. We've got Latham Joyner looking underneath. Beef right there. He'll clear him and move himself up into the 4th position. Notice the tail of these cars go. Brady Floyd, nice little recovery for him. Back up into the top 10 as well. Running good. Aaron Brown looks like he's coming back up through the field right now, looking to get under Joshua King right there for the 9th spot as King's looking on the outside of Jacob Wilson. Dylan Canova, another one that's trying to rebound. Same with Jeremy Gill. Jeremy Gill right there gets a little loose off of 3 and 4. Little bounces it off the inside wall, saves it, no caution. And everybody keeps on going. Nice save by Jeremy Gill. Unfortunately, he's going to have a little bit of damage right there, but nice save nonetheless. Back up to the front.
Yellow.
And the yellow flag is out. It looks like this is going to be Joshua King. From what SDK is telling me, let's see what happens. Shane King on the bottom. And, ooh. Got tagged. Let's take a little bit of a closer look at that. Down the back they go. Aaron Brown looking underneath them. Shane King down there. Ooh, looks like the 10 just kind of got loose and came up into him. Let's talk to Joshua King and see what he has to say. Joshua, this is George up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what happened right there?
I just came off the corner, and the heat cycles, tires probably not in best condition. Got a little bit loose, and I don't know who I got into. I apologize to him, though. Anyway, then just because of where he was at on my bumper, or on my corner, it turned us both around. That's what happens, but that's all right. We've been fighting back and forth to get up to the front twice now. I'm confident we can do it again.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it looks like you got a little loose off the corner, but couldn't tell. But yeah, you definitely have rebounded well. You know, caught up in some earlier incidents, worked your way back up into the top 10, close to the top 5, and unfortunately another incident, but definitely know you have the pace to run up there in the top 5. What are your thoughts have been about this race so far?
Not good. Not good. I mean, it's been a lot of the same. The short track races we've had in this league, and that's nothing to do with admins or anything. It's just something needs to be changed. But right now, my big concern is making it through the end of the race. We used our fast repair already, had like 5 minutes of damage early, dragged it out as long as we could, and we got a long way to go, 130 without a fast repair. So we'll see.
Yep, definitely. So, well, good luck the rest of the way, and we'll see you probably back in the top 10 at some point, I'm sure.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks.
That's Joshua King, driver the number 17 right there. Unfortunately, caught up, and already, like he has said, use this fast repair. For anybody that does not know fast repairs, it's kind of like a reset. You get your backup car off the hauler, essentially, in a way. You know, you whatever damage you have, it automatically fixes it right then and there in a second, and your truck is good to go. But when you do, unfortunately, when you do use it and you get caught up and stuff, it's going to have a time limit, like you said, 5 minutes to repair the truck, whether that be cosmetic damage, engine, or, you know, the way your wheels are and everything like that. You know, it's going to have those issues where it's going to take some time to repair it, as well as some of the guys in the back that have had those issues, like a JD Van Kirk, a Michael Weissman, a Nick Raffini, who have already used them and stuff, and it's unfortunate for them that they have already used up theirs, and now they're just having to ride around, repair as much as they can. But we're about ready to go under the green flag. Green flag is back in the air. Peyton Howe with a great jump over Kenny Kuko. Andrew Fernandez already looking on the inside of Kenny Kuko for that second position as they turn the lane one, as we got 173 of 300 laps done. Like Joshua said, it was still a long, long way to go. Fernandez looking underneath Kuko for that second spot. Kuko wants to clear him and sets his sights on Peyton Howe. Battling for second. Howe moves up in front of Kuko. Running that mid line right there through the corner. Kuko cannot clear him. It looks like he may clear him. Yes, he will. And the yellow flag is out. Once again, it looks like it's going to be Drafty Beef and Brady Floyd getting together. Let's see what happens here. Floyd just overdrives it and nowhere for Beef to go. And around she goes. Well, let's bring in Drafty Beef, see what his thoughts are. Hey Drafty, this is George up in the booth.
Hey, how's it going over here?
It's going, man. It's going. I'll put it to you this way, sir. I have gone through everybody in the Discord and interviewed them already. You are literally the last one that I had to interview, and here we are. Because you were caught up in that last incident. It looks like Brady got a little loose. What'd you see?
Yep, I was, I was just say I was super happy to be running up there, and I saw Brady get loose, and I tried to slow up as much as I could and get around him, but then, everyone else was coming on the outside, so I don't know who that was. I tagged them a little bit. I don't know if he ended up spinning or not, but...
No, he didn't, and it was Dylan Canova.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah,
it was just unfortunate. Brady lost it, and I really had nowhere to go.
Yep, so... Yeah, like I said, I've gone through everybody on the Discord. There's some teams that aren't in the Discord, so I haven't been able to interview any of them. But, like I said, I've interviewed almost everybody else. I've actually interviewed everybody else on here. But what are your thoughts on the race? Because from what some people have said, it has kind of been definitely the Halloween theme of a nightmare.
Yeah, I have to agree. From what I've seen, it's really just a lot of people not giving each other space. From what I've seen, the incidents that I've seen, you got people pinching people up high and down low, and we're still got 123 laps to go. I mean, I get it's racing, but you gotta give your fellow driver some space. We race with each other every week, so And it's Bristol. I get it. So I'm
Yes.
hoping that the last part of this race here gets cleaned up nice. I hope that I can get back up into the top 5. That'd be awesome. I also hope this race doesn't go too much longer, although my daughter is loving being able to stay up super late tonight.
I'm sure she is, as all kids are. But yeah. But hopefully we can get some green flag laps in and get this race finished up. Hopefully time doesn't come into play, but it's starting to kind of look like it may.
Yeah, I hope so. My counter says we got an hour and 5 minutes remaining in this session, so hopefully... Oh. Sorry, Aaron.
All right, we'll let you go, man. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
That's Drafty Beef right there, driver the number 2. So we're going to get back under green right here. Pace car is off. And green flag is back in the air. Peyton Howe with, actually, Kenny Kuko sticks with him on the high side. What a good jump by Kenny right there on the start. Can he make a run down the back straightaway? Yes, he can. He's looking for the lead. Kenny Kuko on the high side. Peyton Howe drives it in there deep into 3 and 4, slides up a little bit. Kenny Kuko not letting him go. No, he gets pinched a little bit. That's Kenny Kuko on the high side. Adrian Fernandez right below him. Latham Joyner right there. Kenny down to the bottom, looking underneath Peyton Howe for the position. Howe gets run down the straightaway. We'll clear him. Latham Joyner up to 3rd. He has made a nice recovery from his near spin. An incredible save. We go right on the back bumper of Howe. Looking for position. Here comes Latham Joyner on the high side. You got 1, 2, 3. Kenny Kuko just gets a little loose right there. Saves it. Kind of in the wall a little bit. That is unfortunate for Kenny Kuko. Having a great run, just gets a little loose and slides it down to the bottom. He loses all those positions, drops down all the way into 13th spot, but he will get going once again as we go back to the front. It's Peyton Howe, Latham Joyner. We've said that so much this season already. Adrian Fernandez in 3rd, Alan Brown up to 4th, Jim Thorndike. Nice recovery for him. Talked to him earlier. Not sure if he used this fast repair or not, or just with all these cautions was able to repair it. And here he is up in the top 5, running in the 5th position, right behind Aaron Brown. Let's go back on one more truck right there. Got Andy Buse for running in 6th. Great run for him. 2nd race he's done with us here in top tier. And he is looking very good, very fast. Glad to have him back out there. Jeremy Gill has made a nice recovery. He's up to the 7th spot, exactly where he started. So that is a good one for him. Jacob Wilson right there. Joshua King looks like he gets loose in 3 and 4. He'll save it, no caution. Again, he'll lose the momentum like Kenny Kuko did, but he keeps on trekking. So no harm, no foul. He keeps going, keeps the truck straight. Jacob Wilson right now in 8th position. He's up 17 spots from where he started, so he's having a great run so far today in the revved up racing. 51. Drafty Beef, who we just talked to, was involved in that earlier incident. Already back up into the top 10, up in 9th spot. Jake Raven, who we talked to as well. Again, he's made a nice recovery as the 33 goes around right in front of him. Will we have a caution? Nope, no caution. Looks like he's going to stay green. No caution. Just a single car spin. Nothing there, unfortunately, for Justin Waddell. Kenny Kuko up to 11th. Brady Floyd in 12th. Dylan Canova in 13th. Chris Pierce running up front earlier. He had his incident. Joshua King right there looking on the high side of Pierce. Pierce will let him go.
Yellow.
And the caution is out. It looks like it was Latham Joyner. Let's see what happened. He's looking under the inside of Peyton Howe. Oh, the 60 just came down on him, unfortunately, and just hooked him into the wall. Let's see if we can get Latham in the booth. Latham, this is George up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Hey, man, what happened there?
You know, it's always these weirdos that like to say, you know, we bash them for not being good. This is why we bash them, right? I mean, the plate week last week, I'll say it again, that's not hard. This also is a little bit hard because it's obviously free. You've seen a lot of self spins, even myself twice, right? Saved it.
Yeah.
When the leaders are coming by, you got to be extra cautious like that. And I get you're racing to stay on the lead lap. That's perfectly fine. What you can't do is that right there. That is a complete embarrassment. I mean, it just like that's what runs people off. Because you know, what if that was somebody? What if that was Jim, right? What if Jim's running second, his best race of the year, and somebody who is brainless wants to come out there and not let him by and right hooks him? Like, for me, it's not that big of a deal, but what if it was somebody else that, you know, has a good run once in a blue moon, and they're racing like that, and you get right hooked? Like, it's just kind of a bad show. We've had so many yellows. I'm sure you're probably a little bit fed up. We're 2 hours into this. It's just kind of really annoying. So,
Yeah,
not much of this say to that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I've interviewed pretty much almost everybody that has been in the Discord thus far. You're one of the last ones. I talked to Drafty last caution, and I'm like, you're the last. I'm like, oh no, I haven't talked to him or Andy yet, but you know, fortunately, talking to you right now, that's not exactly how I want to be talking to you. You know, obviously, probably was going to be talking to you in the top 3. You know, that's looks like where you're headed. Did you already use your fast repair or?
No, I haven't. Of course, before I reset, I clicked it. Hopefully the glitch doesn't cause something, but it's always funny to me when, like, it's the people that always argue with you. You know, he says that the fast drivers are what make it bad and that we don't help anybody, stuff like that. And then, you know, he, you know, wipes me out right there. Or the 8 yelling at me during practice, like it's really not that serious during practice. But yeah, I'll get back out here. I'll ride around, try to put on a show for you at least.
All right, so we'll go like the rest of the way. Maybe you'll get your laps back at, you know, at this rate, honestly.
Yeah.
All right, man. Go like the rest of the way.
Sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
As Latham joiner right there, obviously having some strong words and opinions about other drivers in this league. So that's definitely going to be this is something where I kind of sometimes wish I was in the chat to be able to hear, as you had Peyton Howe actually coming out the road, green flag in the air as you get going. Adrian Fernandez, Aaron Brown, Andy Buescher, Jimmy Gill, Jacob Wilson, your top 5 as we are closing in on 200 laps completed. A little bit farther back, Peyton Howe, after his pit stop, he's already marching his way through the field right now, looking under Jacob Wilson for that 4th position. A little bit farther back, Drafty Beef, Jeremy Gill battling for the 7th position right there. Drafty has made a nice recovery as well as you clear. Oh, he'll get hooked into the wall by Jeremy Gill. Let's take a little bit of a look on that one. Let's see. That's net code right there. Unfortunately, that was net code and he got hooked into the wall. Unfortunately, I know Jeremy is not that type of racer. I know he's not wanting to do that. That is just an unfortunate thing that happened. Let's go ahead and talk to Drafty again because he was involved in that incident. Drafty, this is George up in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
What did you think happened there?
I thought I was clear. Definitely was not clear. I came up across Jeremy's nose there. That's on me.
Honestly, from what I look, at least from the way it looked like from my screen and everything, it looked like netcode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was netcode from what it looked like from my point of view, from my screen and everything. You guys did not touch, and you just got hooked into the wall, unfortunately. Yeah, there's been a couple of those issues already today that I've seen, but yeah, it looks like you got a little bit of a netcode, and I know Jeremy doesn't race like that, and I know you don't race like that. That's why I kind of wanted to interview and let you know that it was netcode.
Yeah, Jeremy's my buddy. I feel bad about that. I mean, it's better knowing netcode, but I was trying to get up there, so I don't know. If I was clear, it would have been super close, so...
Yeah, it would have been close, but there was definitely some netco. There was a space in between your trucks.
Yep, well, we'll see how the truck feels after this required repair, but coming down pit, my wheel was 180 degrees the wrong way to go straight, so...
And you've already used your fast repair?
Yep, I accidentally used it on a previous time I pitted a while back, forgot to turn it off, so... Yep, my wheel is still completely the wrong way. I think this is my race with 10 minutes of repairs.
Yeah, the way...
Unfortunate.
The way it looks like on screen right now, it's dead straight to the right.
My wheel is straight up and down, but the wrong way.
Yeah, and that I can believe it because of the way your wheels are angled right now on the truck. So I'm sorry, man. It's unfortunate. You're having a great run.
Yeah, dude, I was having such a good night. Even with all the cautions, believe it or not, I was having fun. But yep, that's my race. Unfortunately.
Sorry about that, man. Hopefully we go to Sonoma and can get a good run there.
I'm a decent road course racer, so I feel like that is my best shot to try and get into the playoffs this season. So we'll see how she goes next week, and hopefully the rest of this race is cleared up.
Hope so too. Thanks for taking the time out.
Yep, thank you for pulling me and doing this for us. I know it's been a long one for you, so we got about 98 laps to go, so she's almost done.
Yeah, it's been one of the ones where it's been a tough one, but hey, it is what it is.
Yep.
All right, man. We'll see you next week at Sonoma.
Yep. See you next week.
There's Drafty Beef right there. Unfortunately, his night is over. Let's head back to the front as it is 1 to go. Pace car pulling off as we are going to get ready. The green flag is back in the air. What a jump by Adrian Fernandez, Aaron Brown on the high side as they leave everybody else behind. What a jump by those two. Well, they are teammates, so I guarantee you they were timing it just right in Discord. And we're telling each other when to go, and they have cleared everybody. A little bit farther back, you got Jacob Wilson, Peyton Howe, teammates right there as well. Brady Floyd gets in the wall just a little bit right there. Andy Buescher, Dylan Canova right there battling for position, going for the number 6 spot.
Yellow flag is out.
And the yellow flag is out. It looks like it is Latham Joyner. Josh King gets around and into Latham. That's unfortunate for both trucks right there. I know both are out of fast repairs. And that is going to be the night for Latham Joyner. Let's go ahead and talk to Andy. Let's get him in here and see what he has to say. He's had a pretty good night thus far. Andy, this is George up in the booth, man. You got a copy?
How's it going?
It's going, man. It's going. Looks like you're having a pretty good run. You got a pit right now for some tires.
Yep, just getting some tires, topping off on gas.
Yeah, looks like you're having a great run, man. You're running up there in the top 5, top 10 all night. You know, you've kept the truck pretty clean. You know, what's your thoughts on the race so far?
Just like last race, I'm just trying to slow and steady. And it seems to be working again for me tonight. Hopefully we can keep going all race.
Definitely. I mean, we're under 100 laps, you know, past 2/3 of the way, you know, and you're doing well. So, you know, pretty happy to see that. You know, pretty happy to see you running up front. Glad to have you back, too, racing. So it's nice seeing you out there and running really well, man. It's you're putting on a heck of a show for everybody tonight.
Yeah, that's awesome. Happy to be here. Thank you guys for having me again.
Of course, man, always. So good luck the rest of the way. Hopefully we'll see you back up in the top 5 later on tonight.
Yeah, see you guys.
That is Andy Buscher right there. Driver of the number 62 machine. Yeah, Rena, it has not been a great race so far. Been a lot of wrecks, a lot of cautions. It has been another one where it has been a lot of cautions out here, and it's a lot of trying to try to fill. Yeah, unfortunately, but Jake has been running pretty well. He's back up in the top 10. He's got into an incident early on, dropped down in the order, came back up, got in a little bit more of an incident, dropped back down, but now he's back up in the top 10, so he's having a pretty good race thus far. He's kept his nose clean the last little bit of this race, and hopefully he can continue on for you. But yes, he's been it has been another one of cautions every which way. As the field has a 1 to go signal as they're working their way down the back straightaway again. Pace car pulls off.
Green flag, green
and
flag.
Green flag is back in the air. Aaron Brown has a great jump. Jacob Wilson does not get a good one. He backs up that front high side line right there. Unfortunately, Peyton Howe goes, and Jacob Wilson, who restarted second, is all the way back down to fourth and under attack from Wade Floyd.
Yellow, yellow,
And
yellow.
the yellow flag is out once again. Not exactly sure what the yellow is out for, but the yellow flag is come out again. Let's talk to Joshua King because it looks like he's still in pit road. Joshua, this is George up in the booth. You got a copy?
What's up?
Hey man, looks like you're just sitting on pit road. Have to get some required repairs done.
They're not required, but I pulled it out, and it wasn't going to be worth being out there driving, so we're getting some more work done, and we'll see. I don't know what happened, lap 195, and all of a sudden the truck was basically not steerable, no damage, brand new tires, so pretty puzzled about what changed from us running up top 5 or top 10 with probably top 5 speed to all of a sudden not being able to control the car, and we've spun ourselves now twice.
Could be like in actual NASCAR, just a bad set of tires on the truck.
Who knows? Either way, another rough race for royalty, not what we're looking for, and that's all we can do is keep going.
Yeah, I hear you on that, man. With all these cautions, I mean, you're still running 14th right now, even with being in the pits for a few laps. So, I mean, still not too bad of a finish. Obviously, not exactly where you should be, speed-wise, but still not too bad of a finish. And hopefully, you can finish it out, gain some more spots, and get as much points as you can.
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens. I mean, we're right there on the edge of top 15, and a couple big dogs went out early in this one. Still running in front of a couple of them, so I'm not going to quit. And with the race like this, you never know, so
Yeah,
we'll see.
Definitely. All right, sir. Thank you for taking the time again to talk to us, and hopefully we won't be talking to you anymore for this race, and everything goes well and you keep it clean.
Yeah, man, we were just talking about it. Royalty Motorsports getting a little bit too much of the bad attention tonight. Kind of ironic based off some of the team changes we've made, but it is what it is. Eventually we'll start getting the TV time for the right reasons.
Well, you guys had some TV time for the right reasons early on in the race. You running up front, same with Drafty and stuff, and Andy. So there was some
That's
good in there.
true.
There's some good
It
in there,
went
man.
south.
There's some
It
good.
went
So
south.
gotta have
For
some
sure.
positivity, man. So you guys got some good as well as other people. So right, man.
Yep.
Good luck the rest of the race.
Appreciate it, man.
That's Joshua King right there again. Driver of the number 17 Nightmare Before Christmas, as it is, like we've said before, it's been kind of a Halloween themed nightmare race. Definitely not exactly what any of us had wanted or envisioned for this race. And, you know, like I said, I've been a driver in these before. It's not fun. You want to actually go out there and race, get into a rhythm, and it's very, very, very difficult to do that. It's, you know, the stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. But as the pace car pulls off,
Green flag,
and
green
green
flag.
flag is back in the air. Aaron Brown with a jump over Peyton Howe right there as everybody gets going. Peyton Howe, Aaron Brown, 1-2 side by side for the lead. Peyton Howe on the outside, Aaron Brown on the bottom. They battle their way out. It's 220 laps completed as we have 80 laps to go here at Bristol in the King's Pit Pass 150. King's Pit Pass Podcast 150, I should say. Got to say the whole thing. Dylan Canova up to third as well. Battle going on for the fifth position between Jacob Wilson and Brady Floyd. Brady Floyd, your season 1 top tier champion. Not had the season he's hoped for thus far. Been caught up in some incidents. And as well, what is on his hood? That is Everton Football Club, it looks like. Very interesting. I wonder if he is an Everton fan. Got to zoom in there. Sorry, I saw that guy. You know, saw that it was Everton and wanted to double check and make sure it was Everton, and it was. So, good on him. They're English Premier League soccer club. As he got Aaron Brown under attack from Dylan Canova, and Dylan Canova makes quick work of him as well as Brady Floyd. Aaron Brown, I don't know if he's saving some tires or has an issue going on, but he's starting to drop through the field after restarting first. Peyton Howe leads away Dylan Canova. Got Jacob Wilson and Jeremy Gill battling for the 5th position right here. Gill working his way back up to the front after an earlier spin, as he was the leader at one point of this race, led some laps. It's a great run by him. He's already up to the 6th spot looking for 5th, so he's having a great race here today at Bristol. Jim Thorndike, Jake Raven. A little bit farther back, you got Chris Pierce under attack from JD Van Kurt. That is not for position. Van Kurt fortunately caught up in multiple incidents. Andy Buescher fell a lap down with that pit stop, unfortunately, but he's still running in 12th position. Same with Adrian Fernandez. They're just riding around right here. I haven't talked really about Nick Baum all race and his Halloween paint scheme. He's out there running in 13th. Got caught up in some incidents early on in this race, but has kept his nose clean and rebounded right now, running in 13th. Not a bad run for him as well. It's good to see him out here. We appreciate him showing up. As well as all these drivers, we appreciate them showing up and running, you know. And it's been it's been a little bit of a rough one, you know, but I know everybody wants to make this work and everybody wants to make this race work, and it's nothing to do with the admins. The admins do a great job running this league, and, you know, I know they're working hard to make it the way they want it, and I know it will get there. So, it is what it is you got Dylan Canova looking for the lead over Peyton Howe. These are the only 2 winners this year, as Justin Waddell up in the wall a little bit, staying out of the leader's way. Ooh, slams on the wall again, just trying to stay out of the way, which we appreciate. You know, everybody appreciates that. It's just unfortunate it gets put up in the wall. Aaron Brown hasn't really left these guys too much. Jake Raven slowing a little bit right there. Not exactly sure what happened there as he drops a couple spots. Nick Raffini on the low side, just out there turning laps, trying to get as much points as he can. Again, it's top 15 in points, as Joshua King mentioned. You know, you want to lock yourself into the race. next week, especially at Sonoma. Sonoma's a road course, and it's going to be very interesting with these trucks on Sonoma. I have not driven it. I know a couple drivers have. They say it's a lot of fun, but we'll see. But I know it's important to stay in the top 15 points. Plus, you're still trying to stay in the top 35 of points, you know, top 12 of points to possibly get into the postseason. Battle going on here for the 5th position between Jacob Bliss and Jeremy Gill. Jim Thorndike. Thorndike looking under Gill for that 6th position. Nice rebound by Thorndike. Thorndike will clear Jeremy Gill, move him up to 6. Gill down to 4. Gill not ready to let it go. Waddell right in front of them as well. So he's just staying to the high side, just trying to complete those laps. Just like I said, you know, he's on the bubble of the top 15, trying to complete as many laps as he can to get into the, you know, to lock himself and keep himself locked into races. Thorndike clears Gill, he'll move him up, sets the sights on Jacob Wilson's back up to the front. You got 1, 2, 3 blanket covering them as we are working lap 242 of 300. This might be the longest green flag one we have seen thus far. And as I say that, I hope I don't jinx it for everybody, but, you know, I mean, it's something nice to see where I can actually show and talk about the different drivers. You know, Peyton Howe has 3 wins on the season. Dylan Canova has the one at Daytona. And you got Brady Floyd, season 1 champion right there, you know, right behind him. So it's good to see Brady up front running where he normally has been. Normally where I'm used to seeing him run, you know, when I raced season 1. So it's nice to see him actually having a good race and putting it all together for him, you know, in that Adra Esports number 20. It's unfortunate for Kenny. I just see that he had to step out. His family is there to sing happy birthday. I don't know if to him or who or what. I'm not exactly sure on that one, but unfortunately Kenny had a good run going, and yeah, he was having a good run. Now he's down in 21st position. But yeah, that's a little bit of unfortunate for him as he was having a great run. Aaron Brown has really recovered after that. I wonder if he was just saving some tires. He's got around both Brady Floyd and Dylan Canova, as I was busy talking about Kenny Kuko as to why he had dropped out of the race. Chris Pierce going a lap down right there, his heavily damaged machine, as he was just turning laps up there, but he's still in 10th position. So that's the thing, is that he's out there, he's running in 10th, you know, he's dropped down 1 lap, but Aaron Brown, ooh, a little loose right there from Dylan Canova coming off the corner. Peyton Howe, the race leader, 250 laps completed, 50 to go. Shane King getting out of the way right there, running in the 15th spot. Brown looking for the lead over Peyton Howe. Just take a look a little bit farther back, some other trucks. Andy Butcher has a little bit of damage, got in the wall probably, but he's running in 11th spot, 1 lap down. A shout out to JD Van Kirk, who's been in multiple incidents all race, but has been kept going, and now he's up into the 17th spot. So that is putting together a decent run, again trying to gain as much points and positions as he can. And that's the thing, is that you cannot, you know, keep going, and unfortunately right now it looks like he is going to be the last car running, as there's only 17 running. Nick Raffini looks like he has dropped out, Lincoln Joyner, and the yellow flag is out. Looks like it's going to be Jeremy Gill, I should say, causing the yellow. Ooh, just drove it in a little too deep under Jim and lost it, and right back up onto the racetrack. Nobody else was involved, so that's good, as he will get his machine turned around, just a little spin, and whoop, and right back into the wall right there as he was getting going. That was definitely not what he was hoping to do. Pace car flying by, and he's just kind of waiting for everybody to go, so that's unfortunate for Jeremy. Peyton Howe ducks on a pit road. Same with Aaron Brown and Dylan Canova. Brady Foy looks like he's going to make his way down on a pit road on his backstretch. Pit road, and he's going to be, it looks like everybody's coming in. So Jim Thorndike and Jake Raven have both stayed out. Jake Raven does come down pit road, same with Jim Thorndike. Everybody probably making their last pit stops of the race. Aaron Brown would get out first off pit road in front of Peyton Howe, Brady Foy, Jacob Wilson, Dylan Canova right now, your top 5. Looks like with Jeremy Gill staying out, he may actually inherit the lead right now. It has been another one filled with cautions all day, folks. It has been a typical short track race, typical Bristol race. A lot of cautions, a lot of pacing, you know, a lot of accidents, you know, self spins, people getting into each other. It's just short track racing for you, and you know, it's unfortunate that it happens, you know, but it's, you know, it's Bristol, baby, you know. It's kind of how I was predicting it would go at the top of the hour. It's short track, and you know, I had a feeling that this is what was going to happen, and you know, it has come to fruition. It looks like Justin Waddell and Joshua King are going to get the wave around, get some laps back for them. So we got the 1 to go signal. Aaron Brown, Peyton Howe, Brady Floyd, Jacob Wilson, Adrian Fernandez, your top 5. Jim Thorndike at 6. Jake Raven is 7th, Dylan Canova 8th, Chris Pearson 9th, and Jeremy Gill is in the pit road, but he's in 10th spot. They got Andy Buescher, Nick Baum, Joshua King, Rob Higgs in 14th as the pace car is going to be pulling off here as we're about ready to get back under green. Pace car is off, and green flag is back in the air. Aaron Brown with a great jump over Peyton Howe. Brady Floyd looking underneath, comes right in front of him. 3 wide right behind him. Jacob Wilson with a power move to get around both Adrian Fernandez and Brady Floyd. Put him up into the 3rd position. You got Aaron Brown that tagged the wall. He's up right in the wall. It looks like he has some damage, and it's going to cause a caution. It looks like you got Higgs around, Buescher around, Bombs involved. You got multiple trucks involved right there. Saw it right there. Saw it happen. Coming around right here, and Brown's just on the high side and everywhere, nowhere for everybody to go, and it just piled everybody up right there, unfortunately. Back under caution once again. Looks like Aaron Brown might be done for the day. Looks like Shane King got the lucky dog. He's going around. Bombs and pits. Chris Pierce getting more damage running. Chris Pierce out there just running around, you know, with his damaged truck. He's up to 8th position, you know, so you gotta give him credit for what he is doing. looking at the different trucks out there, you know, it's... We got revved up right there, 1-2, Peyton Howe, Jacob Wilson, Andrew Esports right behind him with Adrian Fernandez and Brady Floyd. And then you got Kukui Motorsports right there with Jim Thorndike and Jake Raven. You got 2x2x2 right there. All three different teams, top three in the team championship. Revved Up Racing leading it with Adra right behind him and Kukui Motorsports in third. Reading one of the comments right now from one of the drivers, Drafty. He's like, he votes no more short tracks even though he loves them. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know. I have no idea. It has been obviously caution filled. It is kind of going up there with the Iowa race from earlier this season and Martinsville from season 1. So it's right now we're working 2 hours into this race. 2 hours into it. So I've been curious if time is going to come a factor into this as we got the 1 to go. Yeah, it looks like Aaron Brown is done as he's not been moving any which way, so it looks like he has parked his car for the night. As we have 8 trucks on the lead lap, pace car off, and a green flag is in the air, revved up. Jacob Wilson does not get a good jump. He stacks up that high line as Peyton Howell takes off. Adrian Fernandez will take up second, and that high line got backed up. Wilson did not get a good start. He'll slot in third as you got a battle going on for the 5th position. Canova takes it away from Jim Thorndike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all single file right there. You got a battle between Chris Pierce and Jake Raven for the 7th spot. Got Jeremy Gill in pit road. I wonder what is going on with him. But back up to the front is Peyton Howe leading Adrian Fernandez and Jacob Wilson. Got Jim Thorndike right there, Jake Raven. Got multiple trucks right here going for position. Andy Buser, he's unfortunately 1 lap down right now. Running in 9th, but still a strong showing for him. Justin Waddell right there as well. Running in the 16th spot, trying to keep his truck clean, nose clean. Jake Raven just sliding back just a little bit, but again, he is not on the lead lap. Peyton Howe, your race leader with 271 completed of 300, and the yellow flag is out. It looks like it's going to be Jacob Wilson. Jacob Wilson just gets loose and around he goes, backs it up into the wall, and it looks like everybody will avoid him. Nope. Brock Higgs will get involved. Joshua King will get involved. Multiple trucks involved right there. Just nowhere for Josh to go, and that's going to hurt his truck and hurt his chances for the rest of the night. Back under the caution flag, here we are. Let's see if we can talk to Jacob Wilson. Jacob, this is George up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Hey man, looks like you just got a little loose there.
It actually, the car was broke. Like when me and Adrian got together, and I hit the wall, it broke. I guess maybe the right rear. I'm not sure, but then when I went down in there, the 3 and 4, it was just no grip, and it just went around.
That's unfortunate, yeah. And then you got tagged by the 88 and the 17 as well.
Yeah, I still have my fast repair, so when I get in the pits here in a second, I'm gonna get back out there.
That's not too bad, and honestly, you're still on the lead lap. There's only 9 cars on the lead lap currently, so not a lot of position lost.
No, but it's kind of disappointing. I had just set the fastest lap of the race, so.
Oh, you did? I that's something I
Yeah.
can't see, but hey, man, that's
Yeah.
looking strong,
So
trying to get around your
we've got-
teammate right there.
Yeah, we've got speed, but we'll see if we can come back here and maybe salvage a good finish. We've had some bad luck the last couple weeks, but
That you have, but I think you still get a good finish. Like I said, there's only 9 cars on the lead lap. Get your fast repair, get in and out, and you should be good to go, man. Good luck the rest of the way, sir.
thank you.
That was Jacob Wilson, driver of the number 51 machine for Revved Up Racing. Working another caution. I honestly have lost count on how many cautions we had. It's been a burner. It has been another one for the books, like I said. Working over 2 hours into this race, so it has been a long one. Pace car lights are off as we're about ready to go back under the green flag. When they come around, like I said, it looks like it's actually only 8 cars on the lead lap. Yeah, it's going to be Peyton Howe, Adrian Fernandez, Brady Floyd, Jim Thorndike, Jake Raven, Dylan Canova, Jacob Wilson, and Chris Pierce. The 8 cars on the lead lap. Then you got Andy Buser and Jeremy Gill. Looks like Andy is 1 lap down in 9th. Jeremy is like 6 laps down in 10th. And that right there is all you need to know on how this race has been going. And green flag is back in the air. Peyton Howe with a great jump. Adrian Fernandez on the outside gets a decent start as he would pull in front of his teammate Brady Floyd. Jim Thorndike looking on the outside. Everybody single files out. Dylan Canova right there in your 5th spot. Jumps underneath Jim Thorndike for that 4th position. And he would clear him easily and right on the back bumper of the number 20 of Brady Floyd. Canova looking underneath Brady Floyd as we have 23 laps to go. It is the go time. It is the end of this race. You have to go make your move as he gets into Brady Floyd. And they will both spin right there. Caution will... Yeah, caution will come out now.
The yellow flag is out.
There we go. The yellow flag has now come out as Brady Floyd. What a... That was your 3rd and 4th place drivers right there. As Canova and Floyd got together. Thorndike on the high side looking around him. Floyd just comes right up into them and spins right out. Thankfully, Jake Raven does not get in the back of him, so not too much more damage to him. And there goes Marty White, Nick Baum, Shane King right on the top of Brady. So it looks like Brady just has a little bit of fender damage, but nothing too crazy. And the caution is out once again here at Bristol. Nick is in the pits getting repairs. Eight cars on the lead lap. You saw Andy Buser right there get back on the lead lap. He's running in 8th position. And like I said, you know, you got the guy that's running in 10th spot, 6 laps down. And again, that is literally all you need to know on how this race is. The guy that's sitting in 10th position is 6 laps down to the leader, as there's 8 cars on the lead lap. The 9th place driver, Jacob Wilson, is 1 lap down. And then you got 10th place Jeremy Gill, 6 laps down. Nick Baum is in 11th. He is nearly 10 laps down. Shane King is in 12th, 10 laps down. And it just keeps going on and on from there. You know, you got drivers like Justin Waddell, you got JD Van Kirk out there running, turning laps. They're trying to get as much positions as they can. Kenny Kuko looks like he's back out there and starting to gain some positions. I mean, again, might as well get back out there. He could pick off a couple more drivers that have unfortunately retired, so he'll get back up into the top 20. So this is, again, another one is... We don't have many trucks running at the end of this one. A lot of torn up equipment. Good thing this is a simulator and not real life, so it doesn't cost anybody any money really for, you know, all the torn up trucks. So that's a positive note from all this. But I mean, if you look at the top 5, you got Peyton Howe, Adrian Fernandez. Got Jim Thorndike here in 3rd as he's had an up and down day, and look at Jake Raven sitting in 4th. Again, another one with an up and down day running in the top 5. Brady Floyd in 5th. Got Dylan Canova, Chris Pierce, and Andy Buser right now, last car on the lead lap, in 10th. Or in 8th, I'm sorry. And then got Jacob Wilson, unfortunately, 1 lap down in 9th, and then Jeremy Gill in 10th, like I've stated, 6 laps down. This has been one for the books as we are working under 28 laps to go, so hopefully we will get a solid green flag run to end out this race as the pace car lights are off as we get the 1 to go. Pace car pulling off, and the green flag is back in the air. Peyton Howell underway with 15 laps to go. Peyton Howell will take the lead. Adrian Fernandez right behind him, battling on for the positions behind him. Jim Thorndike under attack from Brady Floyd. Chris Pierce looking underneath Jake Raven for that 5th position. Brady Floyd gets a little loose. Everybody stacks up behind him. Chris Pierce up into the 5th spot right now. He gets around both Canova. Looking for more on Brady Floyd in 4th position. Chris Pierce, who has battled all day to get up to the front. He's back up here in the top 5, battling for a podium spot, or battling at least for 4th position. Battle on for 4th between Floyd, Canova, Pierce right there. 20 Floyd, 70 Canova, 65 Pierce. Pierce on the inside gets a run through the corner. On the outside, Floyd gets a run down the straightaway as they go. Pierce down the back stretch, looking underneath, gets a little loose right there, saves it. Canova checks up a little bit. Here comes Kenny Kuko. He is not on the lead lap. He's just out there running laps, and he's just flexing his muscle to show, hey, I should be up here, but, you know, something happened. You know, it said something about happy birthday and stuff, so, you know. I mean, hey, sometimes life is more, you know, real life is more important, especially with family and stuff, so you get off that and understand it. But Kenny Kuko showing where he would be running up front. And you gotta love that Michael Myers paint scheme either ways with those knives of the 11. That's just awesome as you got Canova looking underneath Pierce for that 5th position. Brady Floyd able to get away a little bit. You got Jeremy Gill. Canova right there gets a little loose off the corner. Kuko gets loose off the corner as well. Both of them spin down to the bottom. Canova able to keep it going again. Where is he? Kuko just parks it, pulls it into the garage. I think he's going to be done for the day on that one. Yeah, Payne Howell, Adrian Fernandez 1, 2, Jim Thorndike in 3rd, Brady Floyd in 4th. Got Shane King just running the bottom, logging laps, running in 12th spot, trying to get as much points as he can. Jake Raven right there running in the 7th position. Andy Buser trying to catch him back up to him as he had to start behind everybody as he was the lucky dog running in 8th, last car on the lead lap. You got Jacob Wilson behind him, 1 lap down as it is 5 laps to go. 5 to go. Peyton Howell in the lead over Adrian Fernandez. Jim Thorndike in 3rd. Brady Floyd in fourth. Chris Pierce in fifth. Dylan Canova in sixth. Back up front, you got Howe, you got Fernandez as they come down to 3 laps to go. King on the inside, just riding around, logging the laps. You got JD coming up with Nick Baum as they split it. That is going to be cause a little bit of a roadblock. Fernandez closed the gaps. That is 2 laps to go. 2 to go here at Bristol. Can they make it back around and see the white flag? If the white flag flies, next flag ends the race. Peyton Howe, you got Fernandez trying to do everything he can to catch him. He's right there by about 2 car lengths. The white flag is in the air. 1 lap to go here at Bristol. Fernandez overdrives it into 1 and 2, creates a big gap, about 4 car lengths as they come into 3 and 4. He'll dive it down in there, but Peyton Howe will get the run off the corner. He'll get his 4th win of the season. Peyton Howe will take the victory over Adrian Fernandez. Jim Thorndike in 3rd, Brady Floyd in 4th, Chris Pierce in 5th, Jake Raven in 6th, right just in front of Andy Buser, who finished 8th. Man, what a run by that gentleman right there. Jacob Wilson 9th, Jeremy Gill in 10th as this race has come to a close. Peyton Howe burns down on the front straightaway, celebrating his 4th win of the season here in Top Tier. And he just continues to burn it down here at Bristol Motor Speedway. What a race, folks. What a race. As we will get these guys from the inner review room, we'll be having Peyton Howe, Adrian Fernandez, and Jim Thorndike. As we're gonna go rewind it a little bit so we can get these interviews and everybody's trucks. Peyton, you got a copy?
Yep.
All right, man. 4th win of the season. You're on fire, man.
Yeah, I wanted to. This is the one race I wanted to win this year because my birthday is in 2 days. So, got the birthday win at my favorite track on the game. So I will take that. That was a lot of fun. That was one of the Bristol races of all time. I'm not gonna say greatest, but Adrian made me work for it there at the end. If I'd have made one mistake, he'd have capitalized. He'd have won the race. So
that is very true.
But yeah, that final 60 laps was fun. That was a lot of fun racing there. I hate that Latham got wrecked. Who else was it? Aaron, I know he wrecked right in front of me. Hate that those guys got wrecked, but we probably put on a show there at the end.
I'm about to say, you got Kenny. Kenny was having a great run too. He was up there.
Yep.
So yeah, it would have been a great race between all of you, but you know, wrecks and other stuff happened. But unfortunately, I mean, what were your thoughts on the race overall?
Sloppy, very sloppy race. Cautions wasn't coming out when they needed to. Yeah, just sloppy. I know it's not Derek's fault. This track is so hard to be a first race control for a league. So I'm not going to put much of the blame on him. You got, 15 seconds to look at something because the laps wound down so fast here. So I'm not going to put really much on him. A couple things could have been cleaned up. Racing could have been better. The setup was great. It was loose. You had to drive it. Hard to pass. That's Bristol. Difficult to pass. But yeah, sloppy race from everybody, including myself. I probably put some people in bad spots. Didn't wreck anybody, but put people in bad spots early in the race. But it's Bristol, 300 laps. You put 30 cores on the track.
Yeah, it's bound to happen. Yeah, it's a short track. It's Bristol. Yep. So, all right, man. It's been a long one, so I will cut these interviews a little bit of short. Anybody you like to thank?
Yeah. Bladen for the paint. He finally got a computer to where he could do Photoshop, and he had him put his number in my. I don't know if you caught that on the broadcast at all, but his number was inside of my number in the two.
I am looking at it right now, and I see that's what that is. Okay.
Yep. That's his number since he can't race because he's in the Navy and stuff. So I ran the pink because those are the colors he races. That's what he wanted me to. This is one of his favorite tracks, so I had to race it for him.
That's awesome.
Also with it being October, I had to run the pink. So yeah, Bladen for the new paint. I finally get the banner on it. Martin Sports, Race Stop Suicide, Premier Racing Setups, Adrenaline Captures, Adrenaline Creations, Nerditudes, Florida Estate Builders, HelloFresh, Jacob for putting this team together, me and him, with the Revved Up Racing group. If any of y'all are watching, check out Revved Up Racing on Facebook. Jacob started his real life racing. So if you want to follow that, me and him together starting a new go-kart team in real life. And
go-kart.
you for putting on the broadcast, HMW Electrical for sponsoring the series, Kenny for everything he does for the league. I know he's trying. I know it's difficult with so many new guys and all that. Derek for the race control. I know he had a tough time, but I'd like to thank him for at least trying. I know there's some stuff they will get figured out as we go on, and it'll get a lot better. And yeah, everybody for watching. Dylan Canova for hanging in Discord with us there. Yeah, I'll see y'all next week at Sonoma.
All right, I got one quick question now. What type of engines are you guys running for go-karts?
I can't remember it. That's a Jacob question. You'd have to ask him. I'd message him on Discord or something. He'd let you know. He bought the cart and everything. I'm just helping him work on it. I haven't really been around it yet, so.
Okay, I'm sorry. Because I raced go-karts back in the day here.
I got you.
In Arizona. So that's why I was just curious. I'm still kind of in the karting scene a little bit, so I was just curious.
Yeah, message him. He'd probably like to know a lot about what you have, knowledge and stuff. So.
Okay, I definitely will. All right.
Yep.
Thank you, sir, for the time, and appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you.
That was Peyton Howe, our first place winner. Let's go up to our second, and that is going to be Adrian. Adrian, you got a copy, sir? Adrian, do you got a copy?
Yep.
All right, man. Second place, great run for you. Not been the season you've wanted thus far, but hey, good run here at Bristol.
Yeah, it was a really great run. I think the strategy worked out this time for most of the Adria drivers, although some of them did get unlucky. And that's mostly what I've been lacking in the previous races. And I think everything just came together during this race and finally got a good result.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, I was mentioning that about you, and I was mentioning it about Brady, being the season 1 champion and not having the lucky, not having any luck really this season. And, it's kind of weird to see you guys running around more of the 10th position instead of more battling for the top 5s and wins. So it's definitely a good day for both of you guys. So glad it worked out for you guys.
Yeah. There's a lot higher competition this season and obviously a lot more participation. So I was kind of shoved into like the end of last season as more of a team player for Adria, and it did work out that way. It did work out that way pretty well for Brady, and I was able to help him, especially in Phoenix last season, defending against Kenny, and that worked out really well.
Yeah, definitely it did, man. But heck of a race, a lot of cautions, not a lot of green flag runs. It was nice to see a green flag run at the end. What were your thoughts on the race?
Yeah, there were a lot of cautions. It was nice to see a green flag run finally. But yeah, we might have to clean it up a little bit. But for the most part, good racing. I tried my best to overtake Peyton towards the end, but it didn't work out. He's really quick.
Yeah, he is. He's got 4 of the 5 races won by him. So, I mean, he's the dominant truck to beat. But, you know, I know you guys were working hard to catch him and stuff. Obviously, this week proved it. So, you know, definitely in the right direction for you guys.
Yep.
Anybody you like to thank, sir?
Well, it's my mom's birthday today, so happy birthday to my mom. I kind of had to rush to get to the sim, and I accidentally registered as a Chevy, even though I typically race the Ford.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hey, I mean,
That's
it is
about
what
it. And
yeah,
thanks to the team.
definitely, sir. Well, happy birthday to your mom. Hopefully you can celebrate a little bit with her. Oh, it's actually really late over there on your coast, but hopefully you got a good birthday, and thanks for joining us, and good luck next week at Sonoma.
All right, thank you.
That was Adrian Fernandez right there. We're bringing our next finisher. That will be Jim Thorndike. Jim, you got a copy, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. 3rd place. Great week for you.
Yes, sir. I'm feeling a little blessed. A couple people gave it away for me.
Hey, I mean, you still ran well. You kept your nose fairly clean, especially after we talked earlier in the race. And I mean, you were still on track to finish in the top 5. And hey, you came home with the 3rd place finish. Definitely a run you needed after kind of struggling this year, not running up to the front where we normally see you.
Yeah, it's been a struggle to say the least, but you know what? This is a good morality boost, and I'll take it on to Sonoma next week and see if I can stay out of trouble there.
Yeah, that's going to be the fun one. The trucks on Sonoma. It's going to be very interesting. I'm excited, looking forward to see how everybody does, but glad you ran up front. Glad you got a podium out of this. And anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my girlfriend for watching our daughter while I do this. I'd like to thank Kuko Motorsports for my teammates, and I'd like to thank DeKalb Sycamore Buick GMC, who sponsors my iRacing. They're an auto dealership in Illinois. If you're interested in a car, come see us. We give great deals. And I'd like to thank the military for all that they do for us, and to be able to make it so we can do this week in and week out. And obviously, we got to thank you for doing an excellent job in the broadcast.
I appreciate it. I'm very happy actually this week that everything ran smoothly. I had no issues, so I appreciate that, sir. We'll see you at Sonoma next week, and good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you, and you have a great week yourself.
Thank you. You too. That was that was Jim Thorndike. Let's pull in our next one. Let's go with this gentleman, Chris Pierce. Chris, this is George up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. You had an eventful day and still managed to get a top 5 out of it.
Yeah, it was a long race. I think it was like lap 3. I got into a wreck, and then since then I was just driving back from damage and avoiding stuff, really.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what it was. I mean, you know, I saw you get involved in it, and then where's in the back, kind of just rode around, kept getting repairs under all the cautions, and got back on the lead lap, and here you are with the 5th place finish. I mean, that's a heck of a day, man.
Yeah, no, it's Bristol, so you know anything can happen, and luckily managed to stay out of trouble the second half of the race and just drop like flies.
Yeah, I mean, I'll put it to you this way: the guy that finished in 10th was about 6 laps down, 7 laps down. So that should tell you something on how this race went. But yeah, I just wanted to interview you because I mean, you had a up and down, down day to start with, and ended up with the top 5. Man, it was a great run. I wanted to congratulate you on that, and anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I definitely want to thank the Ager team. We were talking through strategy throughout the race and working together if we could, and like letting each other by. Also, thanks to you guys for broadcasting, and thanks to Race Control. That really definitely helped a little bit this week. So thanks to everybody who's making things run tip-top shape.
All right, sir. Well, we'll see you at Sonoma next week, and good luck there.
Thank you.
Yeah. Andy, this is George up in the booth. You got a copy?
How's it going?
It's going, man. nice top 10 run for you. Kept your nose clean majority of the race, you know. Unfortunately, you had that to get the lucky dog on that last caution and almost got up to 7th spot, passing Jake right there. But heck of a run for you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. He was really coasting, and I was catching him, and he started to go as I was getting him. So I burnt my tires up trying to pass him. I'm just happy with the top 8.
Heck yeah, man. I mean, it was a great run. You know, we hadn't seen you in a couple weeks, and you're running up there with the big guys up front, running in the top 5 and stuff. So, you know, I just wanted to pull you in and, you know, just get your thoughts on the day.
Yeah, I had some stupid penalties that just learning how to league race and just feeling it out. Hopefully I can finally understand the whole thing and not speed down pit road and get a dumb penalty for that.
I mean, hey, man, it happens. We all make mistakes. I did as well, but I know you'll figure it out. You're a good driver and you got it going. But will we see you at Sonoma next week?
We'll see. I'm not really the road racer here, so we'll see.
All right, man. Well, hopefully we'll see you next week. Anybody you'd like to thank?
I'd just like to thank Royalty Motorsports. They've been a big help me through this whole thing, give me some great tips and just everything. I'd like to thank those guys.
All righty, sir. Well, great finish today, great run, and hopefully we'll see you at Sonoma next week.
Great. Thanks. See you there.
All right, we'll see you. All righty, folks. That is it for Bristol. It has been a long one. It has been a caution-filled one. Hopefully, like some of these drivers said, we can clean it up and get back on track. As far as next week, we are going to Sonoma for the road course up there. Should be a good one. Should see some great racing up there at that track. I know a couple of drivers, like I said, are excited for it, and I'm excited to bring that to you doing a road course. So we will see you next week. Thank you.